Good afternoon and welcome to the beautiful sunny Eastern Oval this afternoon for Sunday football action. It's the first elimination final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League this afternoon, live between North Ballarat and Redan. Sam Young bringing all the action live this afternoon, and joining me in the box today is Todd Whelan. Todd, welcome.
Afternoon, Sam.
Good to have you here this afternoon for these two Ballarat sides. And, well, the team news has just come across my desk. Unchanged is the Redan lines, but 3 changes for North Ballarat from last week. In comes their captain, Simon McCartan, Ryan Hobbs, and making his debut is Reggie Palmer. Missing out is Arts, Leonard and Huff. So they're the 3 changes for the respective sides. But for our viewers this afternoon, Todd, do you want to run through a bit of information on North Ballarat and how their season, I guess, has unfolded in season 2023?
Well, it's good news for North Ballarat fans. They've had the upper hand against Redan on both occasions already this year. They've got 5 players inside the top 50 of the BFNL goal-kicking table. Of course, there'll be no Sam Glover today. He played yesterday in Collingwood's losing final against Williamstown. But 4 of those, Jamie Quick, obviously their leader on the goal front with 39 goals, and Jack Riding 16, Elliot Lamb 15, and Stuart Cranberry 13. And you'd think if North Ballarat were going to get it done today, those 4 would feature on the goal front.
Yeah, most certainly. Only the 3 individual goal kickers for North Ballarat in their round 18 clash last week against East Point. For Redan, unchanged, had a very good win last week against Sebastopol to book their place inside the competition top 6. And I guess with Sebastopol losing yesterday now, have really opened up their draw and opportunity with the victory today, meaning they'll get a double chance per se and a free swing at making a grand final against Daly next week. But the likes of Phillips coming back in recent weeks, he's been an important inclusion, as well as Declan Murphy. Murphy averaging 21 and a couple of goals in the last couple of weeks, gives them a bit of dynamicness through that midfield. Barnes is another one who's had a long layoff through injury. Had to play a bit of footy through the twos to prove himself right, but he's been back the last couple of weeks. So really on paper, this is probably nearly just about as good as Redan get, besides maybe a few of their, I guess, talent league boys unavailable, of course, playing there with the Rebels. But they're pretty well shaped here to give this a red hot crack, I can say, Todd.
Yeah, they're a real X-Factor team. Redan, their best is very good. Of course, both sides featuring today are the 2 sides that have taken care of Darley earlier in the year. And, of course, they're through to a second semi-final. So both sides have proven that their best is very good. Just how they get it done here at Eastern Oval remains a mystery, but Redan with some success here earlier in the year.
Of course, and you just mentioned, of course, Darley successful yesterday against Melton. For anyone just joining, do you want to run through, I guess, what happened in yesterday's clash in the qualifying final between Melton and the Devils?
Well, they did go toe-to-toe again. It was another battle of attrition at Mattingley Park. Conditions perfect for football. You could score at either end. And in a real seesawing affair early, it was Darley who led at the half. 6-3 to 6-2, but after half-time, Darley really flexed their muscles, and they just seemed to have a bit on the bloods, quite similar to the game that we saw at Darley, where they were able to kick away, and for the second successive time, they've restricted the Bloods to just 14 shots on goal. They were quite economical on the goal front. The Bloods, despite going down by 14 points after quarter time, they actually kicked 9 straight, so they made the most of that with inferior forward 50 entries.
Of course, Darley now progressed to Saturday, and then Melton, with a double chance finishing on top, will play on Sunday against East Point. Any news on the injury front for respective sides out of that one?
Blake Colley, he had a hamstring complaint and was unsighted really after half-time, but I've managed to bump into a few of the Darley boys here who are watching the reserves, and a clean bill of health. Will Johnson got reported, so that'll be an interesting eye watch in the lead-up, but the usual suspects got it done for the Devils. The Bewley and Baker combination was prominent again, and Billy Myers up forward with his 3 goals.
Heartbreaking to hear that for Blake Coley. Hoping on his front that's not too bad one. Sometimes those hamstrings, they can either be low grade or high grade, and I guess we'll find out where it is. I would say they won't, having a second chance, will take no, I guess, extra precautions with him next week, but who's the likely, I guess, players from the reserves to take his position?
Well, we had a bird's eye view of the game that just completed the Darley Downs Melton ending their season. Billy Sullivan was prominent. He was very good in a like-for-like swap for Collie, given that roll-off half-back, you'd think.
Yeah, beautiful use of the footy, so I would think he'd be the number one pick for mine. Having a look at the other game from yesterday, of course, I got lucky enough to call that here, the second elimination final between Sebastopol and East Point, and I guess it was the upset thus far of the finals campaign. East Point knocking off the Borough. They got the jump on Sebastopol, 4-1 in the opening term. Borough had worked their way back in the contest, but some inaccurate kicking really cost them. Finally got the scores level after struggling to get back-to-back goals for the entirety of the afternoon. About the 27-minute mark of the final term, East Point finished off, though, with 3 goals to run out the victors in an unofficial away game for them to get that home crowd behind them and a nice, upset win. And to do it without Geordie Johnston, of course, was a late withdrawal with a broken thumb. He has put his hand up for selection next week. We'll watch that space. I would think that one's going to be touch and go and a big decision to make. And in his absence, the likes of Robinson down forward, the young 16-year-old, looked like a real target. And particularly Jack Jeffrey was the live wire and the spark, the ignition for the East Point forward line to get things kick-started in the opening half. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to that space with JJ. But you would think, broken thumb, hard to say he's going to be up in a 7-day turnaround from surgery on Friday night.
Yeah, indeed. And as you mentioned, East Point's front half, well documented over the best part of 5 or 6 years. Their weaponry inside 50, and they were able to get 3 players scoring 3 goals at the weekend or yesterday. Jeffrey's one of those, McDougall, and of course the youngster Robinson.
Yeah, Sean Robinson, 16-year-old, burst on the scene in round 18 when he kicked a match-winning 5 goals against North Ballarat, then 3 goals in a final. He won't be at this level much longer. He's a superstar in the making from what I've seen firsthand the last couple of weeks. But one side of the competition officially already, that's Sebastopol, Todd. How do you, summate their season as a whole? Really a game outside finishing the top 2, getting a double chance. It can be cruel finals footy sometimes. Had a poor start against East Point, and all of a sudden they're out after making back-to-back grand finals.
Yeah, they hit the magic number, 12 games. That normally guarantees you a top 3 finish. Only Melton and Darley this year, Melton and Ballarat last year, and the East Point of 2019 have been able to win 12 games or more in a home and away season. So credit to Sebastopol for that. They just lost the 1 game at home. It was nearly a clean skin effort for Sebastopol. Ballarat, of course, not headed at halftime in any of their 13 games prior to that last home and away game against Redan, and of course it just unravelled a bit yesterday. Not sure how many guys were carrying some degree of injury or hampered by a niggle of some degree, but Luke Keele did touch on the presser during the week that he wasn't going to take in any player that was carrying due to through past experience. So when you cross that line, as they say, 100% ready to go. So in the end, on honours with East Point getting it done without Geordie Johnson, as you mentioned.
Yeah, don't want to take anything away from East Point. They were terrific yesterday afternoon. But for Sebas, in your mind, Todd, where do they go from here? Because on paper, arguably the best side on paper in the competition when you've got bookends like O'Keefe at one end, Hutt at the other. The midfield's got a Henderson Medicine, Lockie Cassidy, Tony Lockyer can play at either end. The names go from here to here in terms of ability and X factor. Is it personnel? What do you foresee, the change coming out of Sebastopol, first season 2024?
Well, Luke Keele identified after finishing runners-up last year, they needed better ball users. And while they did win the 12 games, as I touched on earlier, I'm not sure, given that ability on paper, that they were super dynamic by foot. I think that was found wanting, and of course 17 behinds. It's not like they were bereft of opportunity. 17 behinds in their last two losses. So I wasn't privy to the game yesterday, but how was their forward line shaping up? Sammy, was Toby Hutt the prominent key forward as his reputation suggests?
Well, he was, and he tends to be that number one target. But I always feel like his advantage is that he can throw him into the ruck and almost give you a second string, his mobility up the ground. So looking into the off-season, I might be trying to find that perfect partner. Hugo perhaps played down back all afternoon yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see, how they see season 2024 unfolding. But now time to focus on the game coming in front of us. Sides going through their final warm-ups and hurdles here. North Ballarat and Redan here in the first elimination final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Todd, thoughts and opinions? How's this one going to play out?
Well, I tipped the three sides with inferior positions on the ladder to win week one of the finals. Tipped the Devils, tick, East Point, tick. And I'm going for Redan to cause an upset. I've obviously got North Ballarat going in as favourites. But I think if Redan can bring something resembling their best today, they're in with a real show. If they just bring their average game, North Ballarat will get it done. But there's plenty of scope for Redan. And, of course, the league's leading goal kicker, Isaac Grant, with some 54 goals, 40 for the year, if you don't mind, 94 shots on goal. For a bloke, he's really 6'1", an average size, Sammy.
Absolutely. I mean, just I guess the modern day forward, they can go spend time in the midfield and obviously hit the score sheet pretty well. We're all ready to go here for the first elimination final. North Ballarat kicking to the left of screen, Redan to the right, depending who you are watching at home wanting to support this afternoon. For mine, I've got North Ballarat. Stu Cramry on watch on him, averaging 21 and 3 goals a game against these sides both times they met. It's going to be interesting to see. We've got action underway here live at the Eastern Oval with Dunstan McCallum to begin, and neutrally one down, poking on overran it. Off the square there was Sparkman trying to gather. Matthews gets involved. Dunstan in the end gets the boot to it. Trying to slow and take the mark there. Looked like I mean Murphy, but the umpire's going to hold things up at true centre half forward. First clearance going the way of Redan. It's true centre half forward, kicking right to screen.
Less with the weather. Week one of finals action. Carlton Draft McDonald's+EF North final series underway. Day two here is Nash by hand found McCartan. Kick was cut off, mark taken there by Atchison out of centre wing. So a good start for Redan, a turnover and a clearance. So Atchison goes to the attacking 50. Nice outstretched mark. Taken about 65 metres out from goal. And it'll be McLean who plays on. Sold the candy and went long to the top of the goal square. 2-on-1 here. Numbers prevail. North Ballarat with the clearing kick. They'll go searching for the boundary line. They won't get it. It's cut off there by Matthews. 50 metres out from goal. Right up against the boundary. And listening to the voice of the North Ballarat faithful, no doubt they won't be encouraging him to put this one through, Sammy.
Yeah, kicking with a little bit of breeze advantage to the right of the screen to start here, the Lions. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a little lead to the side from the likes of Grant here. I think it's going to be right on Matthews' limits and capabilities, but we'll see how he goes as he approaches the 50-metre arc. D. Matthews to kickstart the final. Not a bad strike, working its way back, never in doubt.
What a way to start the afternoon for the Lions. Matthews with the opener. Could have got 10s with me. And he slotted it. And as if it was a home ground shot on goal, he just steered that through. Back with the breeze beautifully, like one of your 8 irons on a social day.
Just walked out and just like a training. But an unlikely source, Dean Matthews. I mean, only the one goal in the home and away season coming into this one. Kicks off the first elimination final with a wonderful goal start. A goal of the day contender in the opening couple of minutes here at the Eastern Oval. So Dunstan and McCallum to continue their jostle. It's going to be one we watch all afternoon. McCallum decisively down to Riding. He breaks stride with the bounce. Had a case of the fumbles at half forward. Good enough to gather. Broke the Matthews tackle and goes towards full forward with the bouncing kick. Quick. Unable to gather on this occasion. Cramry. Closely pursued there by George, and the boundary line was the friend, but George tried to keep it in, tried to con the umpire. Umpire on the spot says, ball in, ran out of real estate, we'll get a throw in, deep left forward pocket.
So Redan with the breeze in the opening term. Pocket to pocket, you'd think, Sammy, with our little time spent out there in the middle moments ago.
I'd have to agree with that full-heartedly, Todd.
Boundary throw in. It'll be Crammery and Dunstan. Call it even. Hurry kick out of the congestion there from Gunther. Only went as far as Wirtz, who was good. He got it to Bond. Hurried kick into the middle of the ground. Bouncing ball to gather. Terrific there from the big fella in Loverson. Loose ball opportunity here. Phillips, hand pass was okay. Tumbling kick towards half forward. It's been cut off there by Carey, who wastes no time and got it to Polkinghorn on the half volley. Hoy infringed. And the ball back with Polkinghorn. Speak of Riley. will load up for North Ballarat.
Yeah, when they come broadcast side, the kicker's off the instep, the big carry, good enough to make it look okay. On his non-preferred side, looks towards half forward now. Bouncing ball favours Farnsworth. Trying to keep it in the end, didn't get it out. Lamb, hand pass in the quick direction, went between the legs cleverly. Trying to get it out of bounds there was Bond, and eventually that does win out. So Carey was the man to start that chain with the kick inside. Wasn't a good one to Polkinghorn. He in return went back towards Carey with a kick just as poor. Ball use in some slightly more blustery conditions compared to yesterday. Tough to deal with for North Ballarat in the early stance. They trail here 1 goal straight Redan as we're on 50 for North as they knock it inside 50 through their big man McCallum. George attacked at full velocity and got one high. Free kick will go the way of the skipper. Deep in defence. He'll be able to bring Redan out of attack.
Yes, the right call. George with ball in hand. Important role to play today. So he lowered the eyes and the kick was good and found Bond just inside the defensive 50 for Redan. Just taking his time and went lateral to short. It was Atchison, in fact, and the kick beyond the defensive 50 is okay. So they're just chipping it around. It'll be Madden with ball in hand. So he'll play on and go with a high kick, penetrating one at that. Took full aid of the breeze. Aerial, ground ball opportunity here. Gathered there by Jenkins, who got it over towards Riding. Deep kick, inside 50. Through the hands of Loader. On the umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to Loader, who's made his way back into the side over a mid-season overseas trip.
Yeah, as Loader wants to go short quickly and finds Riding. Just the required 15, finds Jack Riding inside 50. Started forward today, Harry Loaders. Kicked 7 goals for the season. Seems sort of traditionally in the back line for North Ballarat, but with Ryan Hobbs returning mid-season, they've sort of identified that they could use him at either end now as an option. Loverson, particularly the last month as well, made his spot well known in defence as well. So Loader up forward this afternoon. Riding, start in the middle, will spend time forward, always hits the score sheet. Opens up the angle and hits, well, the air of the footy almost, as it doesn't make the distance top the goal square. Redan trying to rush it out. Nash, hand pass, only slapped away there by Kelson. Clever, got it to George, and he'll clear D50 with the ball towards McLean on the centre wing on the outside. His left footer knocks it to his own advantage, trying to get away from the veteran Hobbs. In the end, runs out of real estate. We'll get a ball in between centre wing and half forward on the far side of the ground from us, Toddy.
Keeps himself in good nick, Hobbs, doesn't he?
Helps when you're a physio.
Oh, indeed, right.
Knows what to do on and off the field.
Bit of a self-consultation. Boundary throw in half forward, outer side of the ground for Redan. They've got the only goal of the game. Been playing 6.5 minutes. Tap will give that one to Dunstan. Riley Polkinghorn with the soccer. Call it a territory game. Got it to half forward. Atchison, chance to gather. Might have caught one over the shoulder. The umpire agreed. And it'll be Atchison with ball in hand. So he started well. He'll go short and find Hoy, who's been a welcome inclusion into the side in the second half of the year after a layoff for that injury. He went short to Dunstan, who went to go by hand to Wirtz, but elects to go laconically by foot and found Fitzgibbon on the bounce, onto that left boot. Bond's second attempt at the mark has been spoiled and knocked over the line for a boundary throw-in. True centering out of side of the ground. Near 7.5 minutes gone. It's Redan who lead by 6 points.
It was good set behind the footy there by North Ballarat. The likes of Carey and Scally were dropping off their direct opponents and made it hard for Redan to pick their way through, but ball virtually opposite from our broadcast position on the far side of the ground. McCallum takes front position, wins it down. Trying to shove that out there is Polkinghorn, but he's quickly jumped on. There's a bit of stacks on the middle sort of stuff there on the far wing. Bees to a honeypot sort of stuff. But we'll get another ball up to continue on the far side. Likes of Riding will try to get away from George and on the move from the contest if he can. Again, contested footy. This is what fast footy's all about. Another ball up with the results. And slow start for probably both sides. Who do you think this sort of, I guess, suits best? I would say Redan, if I was to be honest, Todd.
Yep, and they've got the nod on the scoreboard. Real arm wrestle of sorts prevailing. And a repeat stoppage right on cue. Validate the nature of the contest. So it'll be a restart here. A dozen or so players around the footy. Tap one by McCallum. Riding couldn't gather. Through the traffic went Troon. And then opportunity there for Lamb. Fired the hand pass out. Tackle from Hoy was good. And there'll be a ball up, attacking side of centre wing, out of side of the ground for North Ballarat. 8.5 minutes gone. Redan 6, North Ballarat no score.
Well, I picked out a free kick in the end too. North Ballarat will go inside 50 and looking for quick. That full extension takes the mark. I was about to talk about the luxury of having Liam Hoy, but must have infringed on the tackle.
The game was due for some star power, and Quick's obliged with a contested overhead mark and a shot on goal for the club's leading goal kicker.
So Jamie Quick, bag of 4 last week. Starts his very long and traditional approach to the goal front. Against the breeze, we'll have to strike it cleanly. Quick comes in with a shot on goal. It's away to the right-hand side of the goal face and a minor score. The first blemish of the afternoon. It's going to go the way of the Roosters. 1 behind, trails 1 goal straight, 6.
So Dean Matthews is still in the running for the goal of the day, as you did call at the top there, Sammy.
Thank you very much, Todd. Gunnarsson will bring it back in the field of play. Silky left footer will go long to the outside. Bond was his option. Slipped through his hands. Jenkins at the back will be able to gather. Keeps it in with the right foot kick around the body. Was touched off the boot. Atchison unable to control it. Polkinghorn looked inside. Said no worries. I'll go inside 50 instead. Looking for the Crammery. Off hands. 2 bites of the cherry. Couldn't hang on. And in the end, it's fumbled out of bounds. We'll get the ball in. Inside 50. About 45 metres out from the goal front.
Not the smallest bloke going around, Crammery. Boundary throw in. He's going to have an impact forward as the game goes on, you'd think. Redan, who lead by 5 points here. Throw in, North Ballarat into attack. Tap one by Dunstan. Short went crashing through. Was bailed up there by Polkinghorn. The umpire said, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. So the umpires have had more of it than anyone in this opening term. 10.5 minutes gone. Perfect conditions for football. Decent crowd in. Season over for the loser. Double chance for the winner. Bizarre stakes. Ground ball. Hurried out of the congestion there by Madden. Got it towards outer centre wing. Chance here for Sparkman. Quick hands were good. Got it to Skelly. Right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50. So North Ballarat have had a good 8 or 9 minutes here. But no bang for buck on the scoreboard yet as Redan's half back line holding up and denying the Roosters a major for the opening 11 minutes.
Right in the field, though, for North to get on the score sheet with McCallum fisting this one forward. Short, though, with the clearance. Will go into the corridor. Dangerous option always. Sparkman has really burst on the scenes at halfback this season. Goes inside 50, looking for Quick. Just overcooked it slightly and ball trickles out of bounds. Matchups across the ground. Carlson got the run with roll with Quick to start. At the other end with Isaac Grant. Tom Bromley Lynch been swung into the fence. Got the direct matchup. I guess they're probably looking for someone who can match him on the inside in the midfield, of course, when Grant goes there as well, Toddy. Yeah,
indeed. Isaac touching on during the week that he's been changing with Lockie George midfield and forward.
It's a handy swap as Dunstan won this one down. Stolen, though, by the debutant there in North Ballarat towards the full forward. Wirtz. Look away hand pass does find the target. Off there to Phillips. He'll clear defensive 50. Long to the outside. Was collected late as he kicked. Umpire's going to pay downfield.
So Reggie Palmer, Ballarat rebel. He'll be happy to get his chance today. It'll be a Redan ball, though, on half-back. They'll probably want to get another goal or two with this breeze, you'd think, to validate the advantage. And the kick's good. Mark taken on out of centre wing. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Thump was good from Hobbs. Nearly as good as a kick. And the rebound opportunity here for North Ballarat. Nash needs to be quick. Slung in the tackle. Released it, though, to keep time. And the ball went forward. Chance there for Palmer. He couldn't gather. McCartan could before he was dispossessed. Lamb's kick smothered. Scrappy footy. Hot ball. Umpire says, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up right in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, both sides happy to take, I guess, the defensive option and approach the start here, Todd. Not really looking to look laterally into the corridor when they get the ball on the far side. Here's Farnsworth at the back of the contest. Left foot kick around the body towards half forward. Opportunity here for Murphy. Got the handball away just in time. Well, in the end, the umpire said no. Incorrect disposal. Could be the only reason why he has paid the free kick. So Jenkins, off half-back, spearing pass. Finds the other veteran, I guess, in the lineup in McCartan on defensive side of centre wing. the captain, looks to unload a long ball towards the half-forward line. Big fly at the front, not paid the mark. Ball in dispute. First to react at ground level was Redan and Gunnisser, but no high contact after throwing the head back. And a ball up as the result between half-forward and centre wing on the far side, Todd.
Both sides just feeling their way in the opening half of this first term here at Eastern Oval. Ball up, grabbed out of the ruck there by Dunstan. He did well and hacked the ball forward. Chance for Grant to have his first impact. Cop one high, then went to ground. The umpire saw that though. And the Tony Lockett medalist will play on from half forward. Kick was poor, rare one at that. Got it towards Bell on the bounce. Back to Grant, kick across the body. Good running onto the ball there from Scally, who gathered, didn't break stride. Awkward looking kick. Gained plenty of territory to out of centre wing, but here come Redan through George. Caught one over the shoulder. Umpire put the whistle in the mouth and then called play on. Scrappy contest. Whistle imminent. Oh, and he's picked out a free kick here, the umpire, and it's going to go North Ballarat's way.
Yeah, once that footy didn't come out, Todd, he probably had no other option. Held it in for a long time and was probably spun enough 180 to get rid of it as North Ballarat worked over top to the big man in McCallum. Was arguably best on ground when these sides met back in round 2 at the start of the season. The big fella dumps it inside, forward 50. Loader, crashed the pack, knocks it towards the boundary line, and we'll get a ball in once again inside 50. 15 minutes into the opening term here in the first elimination final of the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League.
Well, the heat map would be an obvious watch at the moment. Broadcast side, cold.
I didn't shout this morning. It says a lot.
Boundary throw in. North Ballarat into attack. Still yet to register a major, but they're kicking into the breeze. The games earlier suggested you can score at both ends. As another stoppage will eventuate 50 metres out from the North Ballarat goal. So just the goal to Matthews in the opening minutes separates the two sides. Cramery, kick across the body, was smothered. Ricochet ball. Chance here for Troon, who was slugging to the ground. The umpire agreed. It'll go against Hoy. And will go the way of Troon, who's an exciting prospect for North Ballarat. Normally good by foot. I've seen him have some quite influential games today, this year. Right foot kick into the pocket. Off hands over the line. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Redan's way. It's going to go to Lockie George.
Yeah, that kind of entry as well, Todd. Long and wide to the pocket. It's a bit too easy to defend for the Lions at the minute. Just want to see a bit more, dynamic ball movement here from North Ballarat. Try to bite one off in the corridor when they get the ball on the far side of the ground, just once or twice. Grant, first to react at ground level, off there to Dunstan, partially smothered there by Cramery. Troon to make amends. Wobbly kick towards Truce and R4. The big fella McCallum did well to slide in down low and went between his legs cleverly off to Loader. Gives it off there to Quinlan. Back inside, cut off there though by Redan as they get off to George. Has had plenty of it early. Adapt both sides. Long thumping kick. Gives Boyer a chance. Outnumbered in the air though. Mark taken there by the Roosters. And Loader gives it off as Sparkman drills this one to half forward. But he's turned it over and it's kick to kick stuff. As George, he'll go corridor bound with the kick to short. Takes the mark. Overlap runs good. Opportunity for the speedster and Barnes. Looks inside 50. High kick was just on the head of McLean. Although his opponent couldn't hold on the mark. Now McLean at ground level. Left foot snap. Meets the kind bounce and gets it. Something out of nothing. A bit of fortuitous luck for Lockie McLean. He snaps truly and gets the second one of the day.
Open forward line. Yeah, the North Ballarat unable to get players back behind the ball, which Redan have been able to do when North Ballarat have been into attack. So it was very open and gave McLean an opportunity, but he certainly had to take the most of it onto that preferred left. Kick across the body. Good forward craft goal.
His injury concerns in season 2023. Only the 10 home and away games, but 16 goals and low possession player, but always hits the score sheet and does it there as he gets a quick opportunity inside 50.
Back in the middle of the ground of the restart. So Redan break the stalemate. They're 2 goals. They lead North Ballarat 1 point. Troon out of the middle, goes deep into attack. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go to Jamie Quick. So the response is on. So 1 goal in the opening 17 and a bit minutes. And the deadlock was broken by McLean. And we could have 2 goals in a minute, albeit a response here from Quick.
Yeah, Carlson on that one was all over him and held the arm, and umpire had no choice but to pay the free kick. As Quickwood does come in, as you said, Toddy, and this time splits the diddle. Instant response within a minute. It's 1-1-7 North Ballarat to Redan, the 2-goal straight 12. Jamie Quick on the board, and already a couple of times some worrying signs with that matchup with Kelson. It was a surprise one for Mind, and paying dividends, I guess, for North Ballarat at the minute. Is it too early to say make the switch? Maybe look to a different option, maybe a Wirtz in the air to compete with Quick, or do we leave it as is if you're, I guess, Gary Limont in the box?
Yeah, I'll be happy to leave it the way it is at the moment. Maybe reassess when they've got the breeze, but when North have the breeze, that'll be interesting. You might need a chop out from the others. The way they play footy these days, you can get some support to give Kelson a chop out.
Yeah, definitely got to defend in numbers as George with the hand pass finds Jarrett G and Polo left foot kick. Will be paid the mark, but Fitzgibbon's backing back and able to mark on his chest. He occupied that far wing from us all afternoon, I think. Will Paddy Fitz, the number 7, the vice captain, looks to go inside 50 with the kick. Alex Grant is the obvious target. Couldn't take the mark with the one hand. And North Ballarat able to lock it up inside the defence here with a nice tackle applied there by Boyer. About 45 metres out from goal. It's 2-goal straight 12. Redan leading North Ballarat 1-1-7 as we approach time on in the opening term.
Redan into attack here, looking for a third goal with the breeze. Ground ball opportunity here for Loverson. Hand pass was good. Found McCartan with a high up and under kick. Cranberry's got 2 to beat. Played the defensive and went to spoil. Found the boundary line over the line for a throw-in on half forward. Out of sight of the ground for Redan. They lead by 5 points. Matthews and McLean, the goal scorers for Redan. Jamie Quick, the sole contributor on the goal front for North Ballarat.
So Loverson having a spell in the ruck here up against Murphy. Loverson wins it down, taken away though by Grant. He'll send it inside 50. Up to meet it there was McLean, couldn't hang on this time. Loader, did he get boots the ball? Umpire said must have. Otherwise, Redan might have had a fair case for holding the ball, but a ball up is the result inside forward 50. Big tackle applied there by, looked like it was the veteran Grant Bell coming through. And both sides got their fair share of experienced premiership players.
Yeah, no doubt it'll take a few of those to stand up today to guarantee the result. So still anybody's game. It's been a real arm wrestle of sorts in this opening term. Perfect conditions despite a little tricky breeze through the traffic. There goes, might have been Bell, hurried kick. Ground ball, chance here for Carey. Hand pass, meant for McGuigan. Missed him. Farnsworth, left foot, normally good by it. Squaring kick to a swarm of players. Riding one of those. He's bailed up. You want to be lucky here to get away with it. Redan wanting a free. He copped the high. So lucky indeed against Bond.
Yeah, second man coming in there just got him high. Otherwise, I reckon Redan had a fair case for holding the ball as Riding will come out of defence. Looking to come broadcast side for the first time this afternoon. Squaring ball will find Hobbs. Still inside D50. The exit kick's not a good one. Mark's taken there by Phillips. He'll play on immediately. Thump the ball towards the tip of the top of the goal square. And it should be taken. And Grant Bell at the back. He slipped his direct opponent. And I guess that's the highlight of, how important those exit kicks have to be, Toddy. Hobbs tried to pinpoint one in between about 3 or 4 Lions players. Didn't. Slingshots the other end. Bell pops it through. And Redan have their third of the afternoon.
Terrific kick from Phillips to spot Bell through the traffic. I mean, there's majority numbers inside Redan's forward 50, but he managed to get it over the main group. And Bell, with all his forward craft and experience, right place, right time. Easy mark, uncontested in the goal square and a goal.
The two Declans, Phillips and Murphy, both likely prospects for Redan's future. Really like what they give in terms on the goal front, but also in the midfield and in a pitch hit in the ruck from Phillips. They definitely get a nice little dynamic move when he gets going there. Had 20 disposals the last couple of weeks and hit the score sheet as well.
Back in the middle of the ground, McCullum with superior size won the tap. Only went as far as Bond. He couldn't gather. Riley Polkinghorn could send it into attack. Quick could have been held. Umpire let it go. And they'll get out of trouble here. Through Atchison with the short kick. It was okay. So Matthews along the line to members broadcast centre wing. Chance here for Short. He's tackled and bailed up there by Riding. Momentum carried over the line for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing. Welcome football right in front of us here in the broadcast.
Great to be able to see who's got facial hair today, Todd. So we've got the ball in, as you said, on the true broadcast centre wing position. Jacob Short, bit higher up the ground to start this afternoon. Normally roams as that sort of loose in the fence, but keeping a close eye on Jack Riding, which is one to watch. See how good his engine is all afternoon. As McCallum got rid of his direct ruckman and pounds this one inside forward 50. And well played by Atchison. Got rid of Loader, couldn't complete the mark though. Always opens the door there for the forwards. When you like to fly and not bring it down, small forwards always licking their lips to try to pound on that one. Cranmery inside 50 will take the ruck on this occasion. Dunstan will arrive late, has the size advantage, wins it down quick on the move, gathers, right foot snap towards the top of the goal square. Was a holding going on? Umpire says no, and Madden's able to get the back towards Atchison. Works it by hand to the lines, and they work with a long kick towards the outside. Farnsworth was the intended target. Will favour Polkinghorne. This is the Rhyme variety. Knocks it towards the boundary line, and we'll get a ball in. But Redan able to work that nicely off the fence again. Transition the ball to true centre wing on the far side of the ground.
Farnsworth did well to deny North Ballarat a rebound there too, just to ensure it found its way over the line. Tick over 24 minutes gone opening term. Redan, 3 goals. Lead North Ballarat 1-1-7. 11-point ball game. Boundary throw in. Tap won by McCallum. McGuigan, ground level. Tackle. Taken to the ground. And there'll be a stoppage. True centre wing out of side of the ground. And when the flags come into focus a little bit later on, you'll see how it does favour the East Point Social Club end in this elimination final. Ball up. It'll be McCallum again. And Dunstan. Call that even. Through traffic went McGuigan. Wanted the hold. Denied. Short went with the volley. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to come back and it's going to go to Redan and it's going to go to McLean. So McLean with ball in hand. An opportunity to send Redan into attack. Tick over 25 minutes gone opening term.
So about 2.5 to go in this opening term as he goes inside 50, like the option of Phillips. Overcooked it. Pushed underneath it though, says the umpire. Free kick going out of the way of Redan. It's going to go the way of Isaac Rand, who's worked out of the way before it got towards Phillips, and he'll get an opportunity to line up for the first time today. The 2023 Tony Lockett medalist with 54 goals in the home and away season. As Todd also mentioned, 40 behinds. But
it's a lot of shots on goal.
For a medium-sized forward, plays with all heart though. Isaac Grant gets very close to the man of the mark. Was maybe slightly worried about the distance from the standing start, and in the end it's touched on the line and records Redan's first blemish of the afternoon. 3-1-19. The Lions lead North Ballarat 1-1-7. Almost played 26 minutes in the opening term. The first elimination final here at the Eastern Oval.
North Ballarat through Sparkman will go outer side. Penetrating kick meant for Nash. Cut off there by Phillips. Got a hand to it. Ground ball opportunity here. Might have been McGuigan who ran away with the right boot. Oh, that's a nice overhead mark taken there by Wirtz. Paid in the end by the umpire. Actually, paid the arm chop in the end. That kick had to be good, and it was. And it found Hoy on the corner of halfback. Comes lateral and broadcast side to Madden, who's got the overlap through Gunser. He'll want to get onto that preferred left, and he does. But the kick let him down. He kicked it into Carey. Ground ball. Well, Cranmery just picked it up and ran away. Had Quinlan over the top, but went to a long option. Speak of quick, Kelso got a bad bounce. Favoured quick, elusive, clever, cross the body. Kick smothered. Terrific work there by Wirtz. Shark there by Lotus. Something out of nothing off to the right. The minor score.
Gee, it's a cruel game, Toddy. Carlson running back got the worst bounce you could have imagined, and I guess fortuitously in the end, the smother there by Wirtz was goal saving, and Loader couldn't finish on the outside of the boot. But I guess all ends well if you're a Lions fan, and it's the flags coming to focus there, Todd. You can see they're just blowing very, very heavily to the far side and to the right of screen this afternoon, and that's where Gunser will hand. Nice left foot kick, will find Fitzgibbons in front of the electronic scoreboard that reads 1-2-8 North Ballarat Redan 3-1-19. Paddy Fitz off half-back now, called to go. Pulls the kick at the end, saw a man in the hole, set it on his head, was hard to take the mark. Well played there by Redan and Madden to get it to Atchison with the right foot kick, but his kick is long and wide and not so Hanson out in the full. With opportunity for Troon from true centre wing, virtually off some broadcast position to get us back underway at the 28-minute mark.
Still hard to tip a winner from here. Still anybody's game.
Oh,
there's the kick from Troon. I don't want it. You guys can have it. And a chance for Redan to rebound. So, just a finals game in this opening term with very few highlights. But it's been played in true finals fashion. Defensive, nervous, hard, as the kick goes to the outer centre wing. Safety of the boundary line. Goes Nathan Dunstan with the fist. And there'll be a boundary throw-in on outer side centre wing, attacking side for the Lions.
20 seconds. Told about 20 seconds to go in this opening term, so still just enough time for both sides from a neutral position here to score. Ball back in. Dunstan takes front position, spills at the back. Quick sharp handballs there from Lamb, as it looks like North Ballarat will do the final attacking of the term. Farnsworth gets in there just to hold things up. Ball knocked between a few players, and in the end, we'll get a ball up just the attacking side of centre wing. The umpire will clear a bit of space for Dunstan and McCallum to continue their jostle. But that'll be it for the opening term here in the first elimination final in the McDonald's Ballarat+Netball League here at the Eastern Oval. North Ballarat 1-2-8 trails Redan 3-1-19. And Toddy Whelan, I'll go to you for the goal kickers, please, for both sides.
For Redan, one each to Lachlan McLean, Dean Matthews and Grant Bell. And for North Ballarat, Jamie Quick has one.
Yeah, it looks like the lone hand to start for North Ballarat at the minute. It seems like Quick or bust at the minute, with the absence, of course, of Glover at deep forward for them this afternoon. Will North be able to respond with the breeze? I guess we'll find out. We'll take a short break here from the Eastern Oval. We'll be back soon for the rest of the first elimination final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval for the first elimination final here between Redan and North Ballarat. It's the Lions 3-1-19 leading North Ballarat 1-2-8 as we're just waiting for the last of the spectators to get off the field and players move into position. Todd, a quick summation of your thoughts of that opening term?
Arm wrestle, outer side of the ground, line to line, kicking. We haven't seen much transition or switch yet, but so not much really happening. Just Redan got the edge, an 11-point advantage, kicking with the breeze. It's probably a 2-goal breeze, so it's pretty even at the moment, which was an otherwise fairly underwhelming filling each other out opening term.
Let's see with their breeze to the right of screen, North Ballarat take a bit more risk with the ball in hand this time around as we get back underway. Coming through was McCartan, unable to gather. Short on hands and knees. Did he drag that one in? Umpire on the spot has the best position, says yes, you did, and holding the ball. Free kick will go the way of the Roosters, the way of Jack Riding. So the Werribee VFL listed Riding will send us into attack with a high ball. Opportunity for Quick to run and jump at it again. Switch has been made. Nice spoil there by Wirtz. Knocked it towards the boundary line. Farnsworth will get there first. Has the safety of the line and is able to escort it there. We'll get a ball in the right foot pocket to start the second term here, Toddy.
So a little bit of physicality creeping in, bit of push and shove. Let's get something happening here this afternoon. Boundary throw in. North Ballarat into attack, kicking with what we anticipate a 2-goal breeze in this second term. Boundary throw in. Crameri tried to grab it out of the ruck, has it knocked out of his hands by Dunstan, but his follow-up work was good. High up and under kick from Crameri, wide, sprayed, missed all and sundry. Out of bounds on the full. And Redan will take the resultant free kick on the last line and get them out of trouble momentarily.
Only still early, but he's almost felt like the connector that's been missing for that forward six at the minute. That guy they normally hit up at centre-half forward that can sort of wheel and deal and give him a bit of, I guess, that dynamic movement for Quick to lead into. So look to see him build. He was arguably their best both times these two sides met in the home and away season. As laterally, Redan go to full-back towards Atchison. Looks to go far side, the defensive side of the ground with a high ball. Dunstan, best position, the kick's a good one. Had to sit and wait, but took the mark. Forward, a sweepy ball towards Bonds, but going to go back and take his kick. So Dunstan, from a standing start, Launches one towards true centre wing. Again, waiting there was Bond. Had to sit and wait. Had his arms chopped and we rewarded. And in the end, not bad transition by the Lions. Probably poor checking down the line by North Ballarat to allow them that much access to the footy as Bond pinpoints the pass down the line. Was looking for McLean. Couldn't take it a full stretch. Barnes unable to keep it in as we'll get a ball in between half forward and centre wing on the far side of the ground. This time the attacking end for the Lions.
Boundary throw in to take place. No score added to the quarter time difference with Redan with the 11-point advantage. Throw in. McCallum forced to do his own follow-up work. Went to Shepherd. Left the ball alone. So Fitzgibbon said, I'll have it. Went short to George. 65 metres out. Lower the eyes. Overcooked the kick. It's been cut off there by Bromley Lynch. So he'll come broadcast side. Sweeping kick meant for Carey. Holds up in the breeze. Matthews did well to work his way to the front but couldn't impact the contest. Riding taken to ground. Umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. 51 metres out from the Redan goal. Tick under 3 minutes gone in this second term. Redan lead by 11 points.
I only worked out on occasion, but I like the braver ball movement there from Bromley Lynch. Just trying to get them going, trying to get a bit of leg speed into their ball movement, get some speed out the front of the contest as well. As Short first react, poking on, maybe copped him high. Umpire on the spot said yes. Free kick going to go the way of Jacob Short. About 65 from goal. Long raking left foot kick starting in the midfield today. Just keeping a close eye on Jack Riding as he thumps it into the pocket. All North Ballarat in the air. Bromley Lynch unable to mark. Might open the door here for the Lions. McLean trying to step around to that left side. And I reckon probably got slightly lucky. I think he had a bit of time to get the hands free and dish it off. But umpire said no free kick. Ball up, top of the square. About 20 metres out. George McCallum to go in the ruck. George went early. McCallum wins it down decisively. Barnes handy hand and then quick snap on goal.
Bell.
Out of the contest. Something out of nothing. And Redan get their fourth of the afternoon. Grant Bell with his second for 125 to 128.
Well, that's broken the shackles. 4 minutes of not much happening. And, well, North Ballarat had better watch themselves with their use of the footy. They're just not getting any bang for buck, really, at all. And then as the arm wrestle, they to and fro, and then Redan have their time with the footy. They're hitting the scoreboard. That's the difference.
And I've already spoken about speed on the ball at the minute, Toddy. I mean, the only guy that seems to be a bit like a live wire to move Jamie Quick. It's almost like, do you put him in the midfield here just for 2 minutes just to get a bit of explosiveness?
Yeah, you're right, Sammy. There's certainly a bit of spark missing as McCallum searching hand pass was cut off. Hoy, the handball received, went with the right foot kick. McLean came from the back and was well sharked there by Nash, who looked inside and then back boundary side. And his kick was smothered there by McLean. They're not out of trouble yet here. Pressure good from the Redan forwards, and they'll be rewarded with a free kick 51 metres out from goal. And it'll be McLean with ball in hand. You'd think still a kick and a bit away from goal. But let's see how they present here. North Ballarat need to push back and give their defenders a chop out. Kick to the danger zone. And then North Ballarat got numbers there. Carey needs to be quick. He dropped it and got away with it. Let off there for North Ballarat as Bromley Lynch's hand pass was a wild one. Open the door. Left foot kick across the body. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to come back. It's going to go North Ballarat's way.
Yeah, good. Lucky escape there. Some high contact on Jenkins. And as probably Carey was very lucky, Toddy, not to be pinned. Didn't dispose of Woody legally in my book or most people's rule book, except the umpires. As Jenkins will go long and high the outside. Quick a long way up to make this one. Couldn't take the mark. Fisted forward there by Quinlan, just trying to gain territory at this point. And knocked out the shin there, if you will, of Jarrett Giampolo.
Got to get some of those Jamie Quick footy boots. That spring he's got is just pretty special.
He's he's the modern day forward. Works up high, can get you out the back. He's terrific forward, but he needs some support in there, and they just need to get their hands on. Maybe even just slow things down. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but get some possession into the game, North Ballarat, because Redan are all over them to start this second term. As we'll get a secondary ball up on the far side, virtually opposite from the broadcast centre wing position.
So the opening 6.5 minutes of this second term is equated to 1 goal for Redan. And they lead by 17 points. Ground ball. Whistle imminent again, and there'll be another stoppage. Probably nearing number 20 for the afternoon. I've only been playing the best part of 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's one of two things, Toddy. They go speed on ball here and get some pace around the contest, or they get footy in hands and try to pick their way through. At the moment, they're doing neither, as Redan from centre wing, nice pass will find Phillips in between half forward and centre wing. Goes around that trusty left side and pulls it to centre half forward. Fisted away there by Loverson. Follow-up was good by the big man. Shouldn't be pinned for that one, and we'll get a ball up. The Lions just working the ball into the corridor a bit more, hitting better spots for mind. Less shallow entries, if you will, as Dunstan takes the ruck this time. One down by McCallum, though. Riding, collected high, you would have thought. Free kick coming his way.
So you look to switch and you'll find Nash on true centre half back. Just bereft of options, broadcast side. Indecisive. Lamb presents, but he ignores that option and goes to half forward. Quick to target, works at the back, got a fist on it, did well. Matthews read it well off the back and went short to Dunstan. So the rebound, the turnover on, Paul kick, turnover. I wasn't talking about North Ballarat because Polkinghorn's kick, found Loader, dropped what he should have taken, got time to gather, lowered the eye, square and kick, Paul, copy-paste turnover. This time Liam Hoy with ball in hand.
Well, we've talked about these two sides of the pre-game, Todd. They're good and bad footy being too and far between. We saw it all then as Hoy in the fence will go across, laterally to find Atchison, who will steady the ship and look to pump this one probably down the line unless something better presents. Flynn Atchison had a good start here. So he'll thump this one as predicted in the Dunstan territory. Big fly at the front. Should be paid the mark there is McCallum. And he'll want to go quickly for North Ballarat. High ball inside the paint. Quick at the front this time. Atchison from the back. Couldn't take the mark. Opportunity Granlund for riding. Sharp hands off the Polkinghorn. This is what they're after with the right foot snap, and it's missed everything. No score registered and out on the full.
So the best part of 9 minutes with that slight breeze has resulted in no score for North Ballarat in this second term. They trail by 17 points. So the exit kick towards the defensive 50. Lamb under it. Went to ground. Didn't get any purchase on it with the aerial. Ball spills out here towards Murphy. Went inboard by hand. Fell into the hands of Collins, who went with the right boot. Now the racehorse Fitzgibbon. Now can he make something happen? Running bounce. Can take another. That's number 2. Can take 3 if he likes. And he does. He obliges and goes long with the right boot. Chance here for Barnes. Got it. Well, he's taken that beautiful mark and the umpire's paid over the shoulder. It's cost him a stat, Sammy.
But again, just finally some separation, and you called it so well there, Toddy, with Fitzgibbons down that far wing, and Barnes is no slouch in the running stakes as well. Ran in the stall gift a couple of times, got out the back, marked strongly over the shoulder, however you pay it. But what he does well is normally finish off the good work, as Link Barnes, for the second term to start things for Redan, tries to keep it low, and does well. The Lions have 5 goals here. 5-1-31 leads North Ballarat 1-8 midway through the second term.
This game just slipping away from North Ballarat. They need to do something. They're just not on their mettle today.
There's just no buoyancy in their attitude, their ball movement. Just very flat. It's the best way to describe North Ballarat at the start this afternoon. As Redan, probably the slight underdogs going into this close contest, have really wanted to make finals footy their day today. Everything to play for, of course, as you mentioned, Todd. A second chance for the winner, an exit for the loser here in the first elimination final.
At the restart, McCallum, can he inject some spark? Well, Cranberry can with that kick out of the centre, goes deep into attack. Low to the fly! And he's taken a nice mark, so some encouraging signs in arguably North Ballarat's passage of the day, albeit an opportunistic mark on the end of that Cranberry clearance, but good signs nonetheless, Sam.
Well, yeah, hands to a first, a nice mark taken this time at Loader. He dropped an easier one only a few moments before, so a bit of confidence for him.
So Loader with the deliberate approach, an all-important shot on goal. He's stayed left, minor score. So 2 behinds for Harry Loader this afternoon. North Ballarat 1-3-9, trailed Redan 5-1-31.
So Gunnser, who's done it on both occasions for the third time today, will bring it in. A young likely type for the Lions to build on. Had a career high 29 disposals against the Borough 2 weeks ago. a week ago, as his exit kicks on a good one there to Riding, off to McCartan, inside to Troon, on his non-preferred side, has to go to Cramry with a stiff arm, back to Troon, left foot kick coming now, towards the goal square, right to the line, and into the woodwork for a minor score. 1-4-10 and now North Ballarat's the 5-1-31 as they ran in waves, Todd, but no one really wanted to take the kick on their non-preferred side.
It's a great call. It's an indecision despite going forward. So Gunser will bring the ball back into play. Hand pass goes over the top to Collins, who went along the line to centre wing. So momentarily out of trouble, Redan. Chance here for Barnes. Got away from Loverson and ran onto that preferred left and went in the Bell direction, who took a nice mark just inside the boundary line. 51 metres out from goal. Short kick meant for Grant. Run out of space. Boundary line. Beat them all over the line. Boundary throw-in. So near coast to coast for Redan. They'll have a throw-in here inside their forward 50, about 40 metres out from their goal. 6 scoring shots, plays 5, but 21 points separates the two sides. Near 13 minutes gone opening term.
Inside 50, George will take the ruck work. Actually got his hands to that one as Cramry, though, uses strength to burst off half-back and thump this one towards centre-half forward. Opportunity for Lowe to run and jump at it again. And then in between two, takes the mark. Quick hands off. Opportunity here for Quick to get out the back. The kick sits up for him, plays on, runs in and kicks his second. End-to-end stuff for North Ballarat. And once again, it's their main man, Jamie Quick, getting on the score sheet for the Roosters.
And the motivator, as you mentioned earlier too, Sam, Cramry starting to have an influence and get some territory gain.
Had 25 in round 2 and 3 goals against Redan and 17 and 3 in round 13. So he knows where the goals are against the Lions and getting plenty of the footy in the midfield, of course, averaging close to 20 disposals a game in season 2023 in terms of stats.
Redan 5-1-31. Narrow, the margin narrowed to just 15 now. Tick under 14 minutes gone in this second term. Jamie Quick has 2 goals. There's the restart. Ground ball. Opportunity here for Troon. Kick across the body. Dribbling ball to half forward. Good use of the body there by Madden. Tackled from the back. Good pressure from Quick. Loose ball get. Farnsworth went to ground. Shoveled it out to Wirtz, who might have caught one high. Umpire didn't see it. He'll come in and effect a ball up 50 metres away from the North Ballarat goal.
Starting again on top of the clearances here, Toddy. McCallum giving his side first use. Loverson this time knocks it in towards Bromley Lynch. Right foot keep going to the pocket. Quick, the obvious target. Able to keep it alive. Hand pass back in the direction of Bromley Lynch, who tried to go off the deck and has kicked out in the full and maybe should have put his head over the footy that time, Toddy, instead of trying to kick the miracle goal.
Yeah, his time watching the Matildas hasn't paid off.
I'll call there, Todd. TBL. Yeah, not necessarily the biggest soccer fan going around, but opportunity here for the Lions out of the fence as they look to load up through Wirtz. High ball into the direction there. Phillips, Loverson strong, took the mark.
Had a good year, Loverson.
Yeah, really working into that second ruck and defensive role as he hits the full forward position off hands. Opportunity at ground level again for the Roosters. Is only going to result in a ball up 30 out from goal.
Yeah, I like the way the attack on the football there by McCartan. He was willing to take a high tackle. But Redan kept it legal, forced the stoppage. Cramry with strength just grabbed it out of the ruck. Ball went off the side of the boot, though. Lamb leading into the race for the ball. How would it sit for him? It doesn't. Shark there by Farnsworth. Did well, got plenty of it on the left boot. Clearing kick. Found the safety of the boundary line. Territory gained about 40 metres. And Redan out of trouble. They breathe again. They lead by 15 points here. Tick under 16 minutes gone, second term. Redan 31, North Ballarat 16.
Be Murphy and Loveson in the ruck. Ball in will favour Murphy. Just goes out mid-air and gains territory more than anything. Towards the attacking side centre wing. Nash maybe got one high. Umpire said no. Scally on hands and knees got the Polkinghorn. Slight fumble here at the back for Sparkman. Goes back to Polkinghorn. And in the end, it works out for North Ballarat as he dumps it out of the fence towards Cramry. Trying to knock it in the Loverson direction. Bit too hard. So Gunnison will gather. He didn't cleanly dispose of it. Hot foot to be one on the far side of the ground. And in the end, the umpire's going to come and sort this out. Maybe a case for both sides for incorrect disposal either way. Umpire lets it roll on with the intensity of finals football here, of course.
Couldn't agree more, Sam. 16 and a half minutes gone. Second term, half forward, outer side of the ground. Cramry like walking straight into a security guard there. As Short was denied entry into the club.
I didn't mind that, Toddy. Keep that stuff coming all afternoon, I reckon.
Ball up. Tap won by Loverson. Swarm of players around the footy. There's only one to share. And the umpire will come in and divide the players with another stoppage. Ball up. Ground ball now. That was a good clean there from gathered there by Loverson. Then the ball just spilled out. Kick towards half back here for Redan. Gathered by Collins. His hand pass was cut off there by McCartan. Dribbling ball by Polkinghorn. Gathered cleanly by Quinlan. They're out here, North Ballarat. Kick comes out direction of Quick. Could have been held, but the mark, he was up for all and sundry. And the most dangerous forward on the ground will go back and have a shot on goal for number 3 and a chance to narrow the margin to 9 points.
This is bad by North Ballarat. They're just starting to, in modern day footy terms, cheat a little bit in terms of position and standings. What Collingwood do so well in the AFL. Take the attacking position at all times. Jamie Quick on the goal side of his opponent. Always going to mark that one when it was on his head.
And Wirtz has plenty of defensive smarts. He's very experienced campaigner. But Quick's craft was up to the task. And a shot on goal for number 3. And all of North Ballarat's goals in this opening half.
Quick to come in from 30, keeps it low, and steers through his third nicely. 2 in a row for North Ballarat here in the first elimination final in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. 3-4-22, the 5-1-31. 3 goals for Jamie Quick. Big leads all comers on the ground.
And he won't go away quick, so Redan will need to be on their mettle forward, get some bang for buck with their entries because Quick really is a live wire. They'll keep, well now, as you said, Kelson on in that first quarter, you got that mail right with the switch. They've gone with Wirtz in the second quarter.
Well, the idea, hopefully trying to match him in the air or parallels, but nothing much you can do is defend with kicks like that to his advantage.
At the restart, Loverson in the ruck, won that tap. At ground level was Polkinghorn, bailed up. And the umpire said, I'll have it. Be a ball up. Right in the middle of the ground here. Perfect conditions at Eastern Oval by the BFNL match centre. The Red Onion Vision. Play continues.
Opportunity for Crammery to get on the move, but looks like we get a third ball up to restart here after the Jamie Quick goal as we approach time on to close the opening half here at the Eastern Oval. Loverson first hands to it. Bond took the tackle nicely, and in the end, we'll get another ball up as this sort of stalemate and arm wrestle, as we've well called this afternoon, continues. Murphy in the ruck is beaten by Loverson with a big fist, gains territory. Grant trying to run into it. McCartan well trapped, got it to Bromley Lynch. Left foot kick was a scrubby one. Hoy took the big tackle on from Crammery and rode him into the turf. No free kick, ball up, a true centre forward for North Ballarat.
Some intensity, some heat from Crammery. He's been good. Ball up. Round ball. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Redan's way. It'll go to Isaac Grant. And a chance to clear for the Lions. So he'll go to true centre wing. Phillips the target had it knocked away from him. Oh, you will need to be quick here. Might have been GM Paolo. Kick off the boot. Turnover. And it'll be Carey with ball in hand, who looks to come broadcast side, but goes with the longer option, the more direct target. Bromley Lynch the fly, couldn't take the mark. Redan got numbers. There'll be a free kick here. It'll go the Lions' way. It'll go to Grant again. His third free kick of the afternoon and his second in a minute.
Yeah, obviously worried him around the contest there. And, you know, when you have Isaac Grant attacks a footy like that, they tend to try to latch on for dear life. And here he goes to bite one up in the corridor. It's got to be good. McCullum arrived late. Short, unable to hold the mark. Will work out to Collins. He'll dump it inside 50 with a high ball. McLean caught at the back. Has the stretch over the top. Couldn't take the grab. Boyer, left footer at ground level. Wobbly dribbling kick inside 50 was a dodgy one as Sparkman knocks it out of the fence. And here's opportunity for Troon at halfback. He just looked up, tries the barrel, goes towards Loader at half forward, takes the mark. Too far at the score. North Ballarat looked to run in waves inside 50. Quinlan the option taken. Directly in front, 40 out. Will shoot for goal.
Yeah, they'll take this North Ballarat. They've been below their best, and they're within 9 points here. Time on, second term. And Quinlan to become just the second goal scorer for North Ballarat today. But let's not forget Jamie Quick has 3. And a chance to narrow the margin of 3 points here with a shot on goal from Quinlan, directly in front, 45 metres out. It'll take a good kick with the breeze. Bending off to the left and through for a minor score. So a let-off for Redan and North Ballarat. 3-6-29. Close the margin to 2. They trail Redan 5-1-31. 22 minutes gone second term.
Interesting to see how Redan close the half here. If they go to full safety or if they continue to back their outside run. As Gunsell goes long and high to the outside and it's a poor kick. It's out in the full. We're given in the hands of Ned Nash. As all of a sudden they look rattled, these young Lions. And Nash will be able to drive North Ballarat into attack from about 65 metres out or so on the far side. Plays on, no one standing the mark. Kicks to the hot spot. Obviously elects Quick as the easy target. And he had enough of it. Arms were chopped. Free kick, mark, whatever you want. It's same result. Jamie Quick will get a fourth opportunity to goal directly in front, this time from about 30 metres out.
Well, North Ballarat would be thanking their lucky stars for Jamie Quick and his efficiency inside 50. He's kicked all 3 goals for North Ballarat in this opening half. Time on second term here and a chance to narrow the margin to 2. 8 scoring shots to 6 in favour of North Ballarat, but they trail by 8 points with a shot on goal to come. Quick for goal. Number 4. Set sail. Another let-off for Redan, who have been a bit rattled, as you mentioned, the last 7 or 8 minutes, Sammy. Just seemingly in a hurry to give the ball back to North Ballarat, just lacking some composure.
Yeah, you've got to look to your leaders here, the likes of George and Hoy, to maybe just steady the ship and get some important touches and share the footy across half-back. Now, still in trust for already Guns, so to bring the ball back in after these last efforts. High ball towards the outside. Opportunity for Atchison to float in from the side. He was unable to mark as it slipped between his fingertips. We'll get a ball in between half forward and centre wing. Virtually opposite from the far side of the ground from us. We'll play 23.5 minutes in the second term. 3-6-24 North Ballarat lead Redan. Trail Redan 5-1-31 here at the Eastern Oval.
Throw in, Dunstan, front spot, won that tap and got his own clearance. Went by hand to George, who tried to draw Nash. Nash corralled well, so George was forced to go by foot to half forward. Hot footy, ground ball, whistle, ball up, outer side half forward for Redan. So, a few seconds spent in Redan's half, just taking the pressure off for a moment. Here they go towards half forward. Redan through traffic went Nash. Had it knocked away from him there by McLean. His hurried kick only went as far as Sparkman. Searching hand pass meant for Bromley Lynch. He went to ground, momentum, and he carried over the line for a boundary throw-in, but the umpires picked out a free kick, and it'll go to Bromley Lynch on half-back out of the side of the ground for North Ballarat.
So TBL with a high ball towards the attacking side centre wing. Loader arrived late, couldn't take the mark. Ball in dispute. Maybe incorrect disposal. Umpire on the spot says yes. Free kick coming the way of the Lions. On true centre wing, virtually opposite from our broadcast position. Safety says long ball down the line will be the option here. As Atchison will get us back underway. Decides to go laterally to Kelson. Maybe looking to set up a switch. Madden on the far side is the target to get to. Wirtz now has it inside D50. So happy to retreat in territory here, the Lions, and take a bit of tempo in the contest. Forced to go back to where it came from, presenting then the marks taken by Gunnessa. We'll send it back all the way we started towards Atchison. Gets some protections, able to go for a run. Right foot kick down the lines, a good one. Outstretched hands of Boyer. Just takes it before the ball crosses the line. Plays on, thumps this long inside 50. An opportunity for McLean at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Coming through was Carey. Would he collect one high? Yes, umpire said he did. And North Ballarat will be able to rebound after a methodical approach there from the Lions.
Yeah, let off for North Ballarat. It was Carey. Goes lateral and wide to Ryan Polkinghorn. Spilt the mark, got a friendly bounce and just tumbled the ball high. Hopeful, rather than anything else, cut off there by Gunser, who went inboard, found Matthews, kicked the opening goal of the game, who gave it to Madden. The Essendon VFL listed Madden went high and wide to the pocket. George, the target, missed him, and all in sundry in the end went out of bounds on the full. And North Ballarat, again, the beneficiaries of some wasteful ball use from Redan.
See Sparkman to get us back underway. Averaging 26 disposals a game in the home and away season. Breakout year for him with a high ball towards the outside. Atchison couldn't hang on this time. Has support at the back, but good tackling pressure coming through there by North Ballarat. And looks like it was Lamb coming through with the big tackle to lock things up. Far side of the ground, true centre wing position. 27 minutes almost gone in this second term. McCallum hands to it first. Tries to take it out of the air and thump it towards true centre half forward. Cramry, 1, 2, 3, got it. Takes the mark. We now look to go quickly. Where's Quick? That's where he looks to go. One-on-one ahead of the footy. Jamie Quick in front. Couldn't take the mark this time. The cavalry arrives for Redan to lock things up. As again, it just seems like that one option in Jamie Quick this afternoon is the obvious target. Cramry looked for him straight away. Couldn't take the mark on this occasion, Toddy.
We touched on that opening term where it's going to take more than one person to cover Quick. They need the chop out, and Atchison was up to the task to nullify Quick on that occasion. So the clearing kick from short found Collins, who got it to Ganser. Hand pass was good to Boyer. The old-fashioned torp, territory gain. Grant on the end of it went to Grant. Clean bowled himself in the end. 3 pursuant North Ballarat plays after it, and they'll combine by hand poorly and could only find the boundary line in the end. So it lit off for Redan and a reset. Chance to push forward with a chance on goal in the dying minutes of this second term here. It's Redan who lead North Ballarat by 7 points.
Young 16-year-old Riley Collins. First look at him today, Toddy. Looks like a good type, the number 56.
Yep, moves well.
Was involved in that attack there. In the final minute of the term, George in the ruck couldn't win it down. Opportunity there for Palmer on debut trying to come through. He was locked up, just the defensive side of centre wing. Stoppage is the result. When the game's opened up, both sides have shown how damaging they can be on the outside with their likely targets, forward or centre. McCartan there trying to just gain territory more than anything, does so by hand, and a ball in will be the result. As we're played now 28 and nearly 29 minutes in this second term here, live at the Eastern Oval this afternoon.
An 11-point quarter-time lead to Redan has been cut to 7 ahead of the main break. Boundary throw-in. Out of centre wing, Dunstan and McCallum to contest the ruck. Throw in, give that tap to McCallum. Just got a little bit on it. Meant for Lamb. He was dispossessed. Hurry kick to half forward. Found McLean for Redan, who took a nice overhead mark. Want to get the ball rolling. He's got George in board. Troon corrals, but he'll run around onto his trusty left boot. Tumbling kick. Paul one at that. Chaos ball. How will it sit? Good for North Ballarat as Carey gathered. The siren sounds for half-time, that all-too-familiar siren of Eastern Oval. Brings a halt to the opening half of action here, where it's North Ballarat 3-6-24. They added 2 goals forward to that term to Redan's 2 goals straight, and they trail at the half by 7 points. 3-6-24 North Ballarat. All goals to Jamie Quick. Redan 5-1-31 semi.
Yeah, and the goals there for them have been 2 to Grant Bell and singles to McLean, Matthews and Lincoln Barnes also got 1 in that term. So fascinating sort of game of footy there, Todd. I mean, it's been a real arm wrestle, as we've alluded to. Both sides very evenly matched. You look at the experience stakes, both got some terrific players, and in terms of played high levels of footy, of course. It just seems to be the difference in the match. At the minute is Redan's run on the outside, and the times they have scored is when they're able to get the footy on the far side with a bit of speed and the likes of Fitzgibbons out there to really drive them into attack.
Well, sides have only looked dangerous when they've been able to create the overlap and back themselves in. Other than that, it's been just along the line kind of stuff and plenty of turnovers, but it's North Ballarat 3-6-24, trail Redan 5-1-31. So for the first 10 or 11 minutes of that term, I thought Redan held the upper hand, and North Ballarat, with back-to-back goals for the first time for the afternoon, got on top between the 10 and 25th minute, and Redan showed a bit of fight in those last couple of minutes, despite being unable to add to the 2 goals that they registered early in that term. But that's about where it's at, I think. Redan, 7-point advantage. It wouldn't be much, either more or less. I think it's about right.
I think you're right there, Toddy. We're going to take a half-time break here for the first elimination final at the Eastern Oval in the Ballarat Football Netball League. Currently, it's Redan by 7 points. Joining us about 10 minutes or time for the second half and seeing how this one ends up. Of course, the victors get a double chance. The loser season is over in season 2023. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval for the first elimination final here in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Half-time sees Redan 5-1-31 leading North Ballarat 3-6-24. As both sides moving there into their final positions to start the second half here. I'll have Todd Whelan join me back in the box this afternoon. And Todd, we're just talking a little bit there off air about the gap in terms of the game, but there seems to be a bit more scope, I guess, in the call. In our call here for North Ballarat to come back into contest, maybe more than Redan.
Yeah, well, Jack Riding, by his standards, he can get a bit more line breaking, run and carry into his game. But I guess with the blustery conditions, it's been primarily a defensive game, and Quick's been the only really sort of offensive weapon for either side who's had their moments off the hook with his 3 goals too. Do
you move McCartan into midfield and Riding forward? Is that an option for McCartan?
Well, hindsight's a lovely thing. We'll see how it plays out.
As we're back on the way here for the second half with Polkinghorn trying to extract, stolen by Dunstan. He'll go with the outside boot towards Truson, our forward. And over to mark there was Barnes, but the quick entry will come in from Collins into the left forward pocket, bouncing ball, and the line should beat him, although McLean tried a little tap back, couldn't quite do so. Ball in, good result for Redan to start the third term. Ball should be locked inside forward 50, King with a slight maybe 1 or 2 goal breach to the right of screen.
I want to make it count in this term, Redan, because they'll need to defend well in the final term. If, in fact, they can carry in a 3/4 time lead. Boundary throw in, opening minute, third term. McCullum went the thumb. Got it as far as Sparkman, who threw ball onto the boot. There's the man you speak of in Quick, who's worked his way up the half-back. Vision good. Went lateral to Carey, who's got no one on the overlap. So Quick presents again. Goes short to Riding. Now, he's the man that North will look to get off the hook. So they'll need to give it to him, Yeah. So there was an example there for Nash, but he's normally good by foot. This one doesn't let him down, and he found McCartan. Tipped over the top, hot footy. Commitment, terrific. The mark's been taken there by...
Looks like it's Fletcher Loader backing back with that one.
Fletcher Loader. Yep, used to seeing him wearing the helmet, Sammy. He's given it the year off.
Yep. And backing back with courage. Probably why he had the helmet to begin with. And we get the opportunity to kickstart the second half. So Loader on a 45-degree angle, about 40 metres out or so, to join Quick on the score sheet for North Ballarat and give them the perfect start to a second half revival here at the Eastern Oval. Comes in with the kick. Kicks across the face. Umpire doing a merry dance and says it just scraped through for a minor score. 3-7-25 trails at 5-1-31. Scoreboard tells an interesting story now, Todd.
Indeed, 10 scoring shots to 6. But that side with the superior weight of shots on goal trail by 6 points. So it'll be Cancer, the youngster, who'll assume the kicking in duties as he has done all afternoon. Goes short, and the kick's been cut off there by Loader. Speaking of Fletcher, just inside the boundary line. So a poor kick from Gunser is matched by Loader. Here you have it back. Turnover opportunity here for Redan, and they'll get off the hook. Momentarily, Wirtz, arm chop. Again, the Lions breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's a good zone set behind the footy by North. They just can't pick their way through at the minute, Redan, so they're forced to go back to the far side and go to Fitzgibbons like a Sparkman and carry loose on the broadcast side. We're nullifying access for them. Grant's working a long way up to halfback. He's also one that could lift from his high standards and goes towards centre wing with a kick. Sat on Matthews' head, spills at the back. Opportunity for North and Polkinghorn to send it back inside 50. Sliding in on his knees. Marks taken there by Atchison. Farnsworth calls it over from the broadcast side. He looks to go that direction. High kick. Going to set a task for Gunnisser. Carey with the spoil. Opportunity at ground level here for Loader. Hand pass off to McCartan. Squaring ball was in the riding direction. Missed him. And now an opportunity the other way on the turnover with Fitzgibbons. Turns on the afterburners. Right foot kick will go towards centre wings. A good one. Marks taken there by Bell. Up to meet it. Comes inside. Looking for Barnes, who continues to run on towards half forward. Raking left foot kick. Opportunity to drive Redan into attack for the first real time in this term. Standing start, puts in the pocket. Opportunity for McLean, maybe to run and jump. Doesn't need to, in front. The mark is taken there, looks like by Murphy at full stretch.
Nice passage there by Redan, albeit slow movement to get the ball inside 50. The shot on goal here. This will break North Ballarat's hearts here, giving North Ballarat's missed opportunity in front of goal. Right on cue. He snuck it in. And Murphy gets his first of the afternoon, and Redan get their sixth and reward for efficiency on the goal front. And they move back to a 12-point lead, 6-1-37, the Lions. They lead North Ballarat 3-7-25.
Averaging a goal a game this season when played, 7-7 in the home and away season. Back the last couple of weeks, Murphy. In goal-kicking form, 5 in the last 2 weeks. And adds one here to, as you said so well in the call there, Tony, breaks a little bit of the hearts of North Ballarat. Did all the hard work, couldn't get any bang for their buck on the score sheet. Error shots on goal cost him from the set shot.
So it'll be McCullum and Dunstan. The restart, McCullum, follow-up work, good. Can go, ball to boot, does. Kick smothered, though. Crammery just pushed Grant off the ball. Somehow it ended up back in Grant's hand, but came to him too quick. Riding gathered, fired the hand pass out to Palmer. Pot shot at the goals off to the right, and always right, through for a minor score. North Ballarat's 8th of the match, 3-8-26. North Ballarat trail Redan 6-1-37.
So what Gunser does this time, tried the quirky kick out last time and turned it over to Loader. Be a bit more academic, you'd feel, after a couple of turnovers from his kick outs this afternoon. This time goes short to Flynn Atchison, who juggles at the attempt and almost a costly blemish inside D50. Slips catch in the end. Has the mark, 30 out from defensive goal.
Been good today.
Yeah, it's been very good. Almost an attacking weapon of halfback for them. Real aerial prowess. Wobbly kick. Crammery sets himself, takes the mark. Bit lame. No, caught one. As he goes inside 50, he's turned it over. Giampaolo left his man, took the grab inside defence, the ex-coach. As Redan looked to load up. Men streaming towards the broadcast side. Giampaolo goes back to fullback towards Atchison to start the switch. He has Kelson short on first, and that's where he goes, and he's able to mark and go immediately. Short kick's a good one. This is good transition to find Matthews. Veteran has a defensive halfback and goes towards half-forward looking for his great mate in Bell. Elected to spoil in the end to continue the momentum on. Spun over the line there is Loverson as we'll get a ball in the attacking side of centre wing in between half-forward and centre wing for Redan.
Well set up behind the ball, North Ballarat. Made it difficult for Redan to penetrate. Well organised. Boundary throw in. Attacking side of centre wing for Redan, who have the only goal of this third term, been playing near 6.5 minutes. Dunstan by hand. Hoy got a touch of the fumbles. Sparkman in with the nullifying pressure to deny Hoy a second chance of an exit, albeit by hand. The umpire will come in and effect a pull up. Just inside half forward here. Redan lead by 11 points. McCullum won that tap. Polkinghorn ran past it, so McCullum said, well, I'll do it. So he threw ball onto the boot. McQuiggan overran the ball. Gunser was strong and then copped the push in the back. Umpire let it go. Riding, tackled, taken to the ground by Hoy. The umpire said, no, Pryor, I'll have it. And there'll be a ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground for North Ballarat.
Yeah, I thought the Lions missed a real opportunity there. Hoy with a fumble was at a crucial point. It could really grab the momentum and drawn it inside 50. Neither ruckman touched it back in the centre. Dunstan will get the clearance though on his non-preferred boot. Gains about 20 metres or so. Opportunity for Lamb. Dumps a high ball towards half forward. Quick will arrive late. Alexa will wait for it to bounce. Tough to deal with for both players as going in hard there was, looks like might have been Atchison or Wirtz, they're winning the free kick and we're able to chip it over the top for Redan towards centre wing. Big fly, not paid the mark. Umpire lets it roll on. Carey trying to keep it in, ran out of real estate. We'll get a ball in virtually opposite from our broadcast position on true centre wing on the far side. It's the first elimination final here in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Network League, live from the Eastern Oval. Redan 6-1-37 lead North Ballarat 3-8-26. This is Todd Whelan to get us back underway.
Carlton Draft McDonald's. BFNL final series elimination final here. Hard to believe there's a double chance awaiting the winner. It really is an all or nothing. Winner takes all prize here this afternoon. Still anybody's game. North Ballarat superior shots on goal, but trail by 11. Hustled out of the congestion there by Phillips, only as far as Carey, who knocked it back another 8 or so metres for a boundary throw-in on centre wing out of side of the ground.
Been a scrappy afternoon, real arm wrestle. It's had glimpses to really break open this game. Some error kicking from North Ballarat, unable to do that in the scoreboard. Redan, young legs on the outside, early in the second term, looked to burst the game apart. Throw in only favoured the man in front, which was McCallum. He thumps it forward with a high kick. Crammery backing back, sitting him to wait to make the mark. There was Madden. Had the contact early. Free kick coming his way, you would feel, says the umpire. The VFL listed player at Essendon, Will Madden. Of course, Redan Jr. went up, did some teaching in the Tiwi Islands, come back with a VFL contract at Essendon. Now finds the squaring ball to Giampolo. Now to Coulson, continue to come broadcast side. Bursting from him is Atchison. That kicks in his direction. Got to be courageous and was. Wonderful mark by Atchison. All eyes for the ball and none for his own safety. Sort of gave it off there to Wirtz, his long sleeve brother, if you will, towards the half forward flank wing for Matthews as the ball trickles out. Atchison just a little bit lame. Showed all courageous. Mark of the day contender here on true centre wing.
I like the way Redan took the game on there, endeavouring to create the overlap on broadcast side. Atchison, terrific with the courage. All eyes for the ball. Ball's eventuated for a boundary throw in, 45 metres out from the Redan goal. Throw in is deep, went over the head of both ruckmen. Riding, second opportunity, gathered, fired the hand pass out, high up and under kick from Sparkman. Only went as far as Gunser, juggling attempt. Outpointed Quinlan. Then he was tackled, thrown to the ground after claiming the mark, denied by the umpire. There'll be a ball up on half forward, broadcast side for Redan.
Yeah, maybe slightly unlucky. I thought he had first hands on that, did Gunnisser, but back underway nevertheless. Hoy trying to give it to that man, went to the turf, was probably pushed in the back. Umpire sees it that way. Free kick will go the way of the Lions, and Gunnisser now 50-metre penalty.
Loverson didn't give the ball back to Gunser. He had it in his possession and just put the ball on the ground.
Can't do that. You've got to get it straight back to the man who's been awarded the free kick. This will make it a certain goal, you'd feel, 20 out directly in front, although I wouldn't be buying real estate from the umpire. It's a short 50 if you ask me. Just saying. It does make what should have been a 15, 20-metre kick, a 25-metre kick. Gunnisser directly in front. The two in a row to start the term for the Lions. Comes in and steers it right between the goals. Redan have their 7th of the afternoon. 7-1-43 leads 3-8-26. 11.5 minutes gone in the third term.
8 scoring shots to 11. The theme of the afternoon, Redan getting it done efficiently on the scoreboard. 43, they lead North Ballarat 26, 11.5 minutes gone. Well, the kick with the aid of a blustery breeze. I wouldn't say a wind. It's quite breezy, and it's going to the forward pocket to the East Point Social Club. So there'll be a ball up here at the restart. So 2 goals, unanswered goals to Redan in this third term. Chance here for Troon to extricate out of the middle of the ground. Kick across the body. Found quick. Ball punched away from him by Wirtz. Open the door here for Loverson. Squaring kick. Good use of the body there from Lamb. Was it Lamb?
Yep.
It was. Oh, and then he just gave Liam Hoy one for his trouble. But Liam didn't remonstrate there, so he might have just helped the Lamb momentum on its way. Ended up on the deck. But guess what? Another point to North Ballarat. That's their 9th. They trail by 16 points.
Gunnisser, the last goal kicker, long and high to the outer side. Dunstan has the best spot to take the mark as it just carried over the top of the pack and at full stretch was able to hang on. Had a couple dodgy possessions by foot today, Nathan, so he just loads a wobbly one to half forward. Just waiting on his hands and knees was Barnes, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills out and then goes back into the direction of Lincoln Barnes. Over the top, looking to find Phillips. Just needs to stay in. He might have time to steady on the left side, tighten the pocket, but ran out of room and the ball's gone out of bounds deep in that left forward pocket, where the match winner from yesterday, Jackson Merritt, broke the hearts of Smashball fans and squared one home for the winner in the 28th minute mark.
Boundary throw in. Redan inside 50, albeit a shallow entry on the back of this boundary throw in. Tap, one there by, well, it was George in the end, in front of Loverson. Ground ball, umpire will come in for a reset and ball it up some 48 metres out from the Redan goal. They won't want to concede here, North Ballarat. Giving Jamie Quick has all 3 of their goals. They need another avenue and some more forward 50 entries, needless to add. And there'll be a reset. Ball up 51 metres out from the Redan goal. Sammy, see if you can make something happen.
Yeah, you called it well there, Toddy, just for a second about a low-scoring affair. The next goal here is really important for either side. Redan can really get some ascendancy if they can make something happen here with Collins, who originally tried to rush that forward, and another ball up will be the result. Bees to a honeypot sort of stuff inside defensive 50 for North Ballarat. We want to be careful when a clean exit down the line you feel. Redan with the one loose and Atchison behind the footy down the line. Bouncing ball in the left forward pocket. Diving in there was Grant in the helmet trying to lock things up. Again, sandwich between him, the football sandwich between him and an opposition player. About 40 metres out from goal. This is where the old third man up would come into play, Toddy, and really get things going and moving as George, was paid against in the ruck for, that karate-style kick into his opposition opponent. Free kick North Ballarat, and we'll get some separation away from the contest. Going in the hands there of Loverson.
He goes with a high up and under kick towards half back. Dunstan with a fly, just gets a bit of purchase on the footy and short. It found its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. Half forward out of sight of the ground for Redan. North Ballarat not out of trouble yet, and not out of trouble on the scoreboard. They trail by 16 points, 15 minutes into this third term. Guarantee if it continues to go on like this, we'll have to see some risk-taking from North Ballarat to ensure they get back into the game or give themselves every chance to. Troon, by hand, found McCartan. Clearance to half forward. Giampaolo and Quinlan. Call that even. Bouncing ball. Giampaolo went to ground. Opened the door for Quinlan. He kept his feet, but he couldn't gather. The boundary line beat them all in the end. It'll be a boundary throw-in out of sight of the ground on half forward for North Ballarat.
So when North Ballarat really going, that kind of ball there from McCartan doesn't go on the outside again. It goes inside and they try to get a squaring ball and, almost like a Hollywood-style risky kick. They just don't seem to have that endeavour in the finals atmosphere today to really, take it on at the moment. And that's probably seen the difference in their game. I think they're playing at Redan's level instead of their own capabilities. As we get the ball back in between half forward and centre wing. Big fist by Dunstan. McCartan able to gather this time. Handball was smothered nicely by Collins getting across. And, the young 16-year-old's really accustomed himself to senior footy. 2 games going into this one. Had 27 in his first week, 19 last week. Been very handy back-end conclusion, for Redan. They've, of course, got a plethora of good young talent in the Talent League as well, just waiting to get back in the side if things all fall that way.
Jess and Lawson, a couple of those. Boundary throw in, grabbed out of the ruck by Loverson. His kick was smothered. Ball went up, straight up in the air. McCartan tried to smother the ball as it landed on the turf, but it ricocheted off him and rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in. Out of sight of the ground. We've said that a few times this afternoon. Boundary throw-in. Attacking side of centre wing for North Ballarat. Can they have some impact on the major front and the goal front here as Loverson kick across the body towards the attacking 50. Giampaolo went the spoil. Away from Quinlan, got enough of it. Both sides running out of space. Boundary line beat them all. There'll be a throw in 45 metres around from the North Ballarat goal. So they're moving forward like a pawn does on a chessboard at the moment, North Ballarat, Sammy.
Yeah, well said, Toddy. I just love the no-nonsense approach of the former coach Jared Giampaolo. Just whack straight to the boundary line. I'm not having any of this. As we'll get a ball in just inside 50. Cramry doing the ruck work, being down there. Ball will favour Dunstan getting in front. All that in the end. He's had a hard work out on that far side of that boundary umpire, about 50-odd throw-ins already. So got that one wrong. So we'll go again and we'll get it back underway inside forward 50 in front of the electronic scoreboard, which reads 3-9-27 North Ballarat. So Redan 7-1-43. 7.5 minutes gone in the third term. Cramry and Dunstan inside forward 50. Cramry used his body, was able to take it out of the air. Hand pass clears his own forward 50, trying to find the debutant there in Palmer. He's unable to shake and bake the tackle. And we'll get a ball up on the half-forward line outside North Ballarat's attacking 50.
He's had an almost game, Cramry. He just needs some outside run to aid his ball winning. He's won quite a bit of it today and just hasn't had enough running patterns going either side of him to feed the handball.
I couldn't agree with you more, Todd. And he's normally that connector for them to go inside forward 50. Having a spell in the ruck here. Madden with the hand pass trying to give it towards Short, who just dumps a high left foot kick towards true centre wing. Backing back McLean almost with the one hand. Hobbs did enough to bring it to ground. Nice little foot candy there from Palmer. We'll dump this one long, high inside 50. Quick at the back. Ball doesn't get there. Words did well at the front to bring it to ground. In the end, sandwich between a couple of players inside forward 50. We will get a ball up. Atchison at the bottom pack again for the Lions, holding things up about 40 out from goal.
You got to love it when they play to the umpire who's not actually there. They're behind them.
Always a funny moment to see as Cranberry wins it down. Able to run into their own footy. Left foot snap, and that was his spark, his ignition almost moment there to get the Roosters going. It's offline and out in the full.
Yeah, I've heard of the don't argue. That was the get out of the way. As he just muscled his way.
If Stu Cranberry's coming in full tilt, I'll be taking the side step too, don't you worry.
Indeed.
Oh, 100 plus. 190 plus centimetres and not 100 plus kilos running at me. I said, no, thank you. As Madden, in defence, tries to measure the pass to the leading man in George. Another man I wouldn't want to see in a dark alley. George, been quiet for his high standards as well. It's been sort of that arm wrestle where no one's really got on top of the contest in terms of the possession tally. Squaring ball will go back towards Madden.
George has had all his ball behind the ball today.
Yeah, you're right there, Todd. As Madden's called to go and laterally looks to continue the ball inside defensive 50 to Farnsworth. One of the best users in the Lions outfit, and he no doubt doesn't let me down with a nice pass to Giampolo, who could look laterally or signs to slow things up and might pound it down the line. Has George inside defensive 50 as we tick the time on. High ball to a 1-on-1 contest. Troon does the spoiling for North Ballarat. Hits the turf. Picked up there nicely by the Roosters as McCartan with the overlap hand pass is a good one. Quinlan will give it off there to Palmer. Out the front of the contest, he goes with the right foot spearing kick. Lace out, nice ball, finds Harry Loader. Nothing that you can do as a defender on those ones, Todd.
Now, one of the forward 50 entries of the day. Palmer lowering the eyes, and the lead up was good from Loader. Shot on goal, chance to add to his 2 points for the afternoon.
Yeah, missed one on the run and won an academic set shot. This one a lot tougher. Tucked up against the boundary line from about 45. Harry Loader's kick is on its way. Gumpy likes it off the boot. Quick on the line. Bounced up like a cat. Right foot snap. Got it. He's a superstar and now has it matching on his back with 4 goals. Although there is a discussion quickly with the umpire who just wanted to check if it didn't cross the line. He said no. It's a goal. Jamie Quick has all 4 North Ballarat goals. 4-9-33. Trails 7-1-43.
Yeah, some excellent moments from Quick this afternoon. He's ignited North Ballarat forward with 4 goals, 2 of his own. 4 goals, 2 of North Ballarat's 4-9, if you don't mind. And Palmer, who's been instrumental in the last 7 or 8 minutes on that outer side, came off the ground and he sort of had a stiff gait to suggest he might be cramping up. So the youngster off for a spell and, getting a rub down on the right calf. So we'll keep an eye on his progress.
Back on the way here in the middle of the ground, Polkinghorn's tried to extract it immediately, was wrapped up. And was it Brendan McCartney that debuted Andrew Hooper in a final for the Western Bulldogs all those years ago? He's got a habit of doing so. Doesn't mind bringing the kids in when they're ready. Doesn't matter the occasion. Giampolo, hand pass over to George. Will send the Lions inside 50. Hobbs, too big. To the front position, takes the mark. And now North Ballarat can look to rebound inside the fence. Has Cranberry in the corridor. Kicks in his direction. Boyer got in front, got the spoil. Jenkins will get this waiting down. The veteran on his non-preferred side with a left foot kick. Loader. Nice pick up the half volley. Tackle equally as good as Atchison. Stuck to him like glue. Brought him to the turf. We'll get a ball. And true centre wing on the broadcast side here. Nice vision for us, Toddy. It's a 10-point margin. 23 minutes gone.
Redan led by 7 at the half. They now lead by 10. Ball up. Polkinghorn knocks it forward only as far as Matthews. Hurried kick towards half forward. Said okay there for Murphy. Kick didn't travel the required distance. Squared away for a stoppage. 55 metres out from the Redan goal. So they've kicked 2 goals straight for the term, Redan. North Ballarat, 1 goal, 3.
McCallum takes out of the ruck. Right foot kick has carried the distance this time, and Giampolo takes the mark on centre wing, broadcast side. The former coach has Atchison to his right, decides to kick instead to half forward. Slipping through the grass with his intended target there in the youngster and Collins as it trickles out of play. The number 56 had a bit of space and in the end just overcooked the jump early. We'll get a ball in just on 50. We're going right of screen here with Redan. 7-1-43 leading North Ballarat 4-9-33. 23 and a half minutes gone in the third term.
So McCullum with superior height and size on George. George has given away a free kick. It's going to go McCullum's way every day of the week for that infringement. And the big fella will play on and go by hand to Nash. Hurried left foot kick. Polkinghorn dropped what he probably should have taken. Breeze made it difficult for him. Dunstan's hand pass meant for Gunser. Got to him in the end. Conceded by hand to Atchison. Went to broadcast centre wing. Phillips by hand. Found Matthews. Hand pass cut off there by Scally. Got it over towards Quinlan. North Ballarat into attack. Quick. Might have pushed his player in the back. He did.
Yeah, well called, Toddy. Quick, can't believe it. Hands on heads. Obviously, remonstration doesn't exist anymore against the umpires, but clear hands in the back. The kick from Quinlan at full tilt, I know, wasn't good enough. Always got to pay the man in front. He got the hands, big shove in the back to Wirtz.
Credit to the umpire for being right in the right spot. I've seen that happen time and time again, and forwards get away with it.
As he goes long with a bounce to the outside, trying to find Boyer. He couldn't take the mark at full stretch. Knocked onto the advantage, though, there of McLean, who ran out of real estate. And we'll get a ball in between half forward and centre wing on the far side of the ground. As it was Redan who had tried to open the corridor up to Phillips, stolen by Scally. North Ballarat slingshot the other end, couldn't score themselves, and we're now in between half forward and centre wing on the far side in neutral territory here.
25 minutes gone, third term. 10-point lead to Redan. Throw in, tap one by McCullum to Riley Polkinghorn. Clean exit. Goes out in the direction of Quinlan. Ground ball opportunity here for Madden. Tackle, take it to the ground. The umpire will come in and effect the ball up. Just inside the boundary line on half forward, out of sight of the ground for North Ballarat.
Opportunity here. You would want to see the likes of Riding get on the move and maybe swing onto that left side to open up the corridor. But Fitzgibbons gets there first. Balked his original direct tackler and ran into his own teammate, had a problem. Was locked up. Another ball up is the result. Very close to the line. Umpire clears it up with a bit of space from there. Knocked on by McCallum back to Fitzgibbons, who does walk it over the line again. So another ball in will be the result. It's been in the clinches all afternoon on that far side of the ground. Been a good one to be a boundary umpire getting your money's worth. As we've had plenty of balls with the breeze take it over the line, and then the young kids have to throw it back into the field of play, which they do expertly here. McCallum trying to take it out of the air. Hand pass was thrown to Riding, who goes to his left side, pounds it towards True centre half forward. Bromwell Lynch the target, fisted away by Redan. Troon first to react, look left, gave the handball off. Opportunity again for Quick, outside 50, left foot kicks towards the goal face. Getting back was Atchison. Almost had a moment. Left the footy behind, ricocheted off him and Loader, and threw for a minor score. 4-10-34, trails 7-1-43. As we'll wait for Rory Gunnister to do his 10th kick in for the afternoon to bring the Lions back into play.
So he's had a couple of nervous moments with the short kick, so he'll go long on this occasion. Penetrating one at that, beyond half back into the near middle of the ground. Chance here for Ryan Polkinghorn. Turnover opportunity here for North Ballarat. Right outside of the right boot there from Lamb in the quick direction. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. And it's going to go the way of North Ballarat. It's going to go to the youngster in Quinlan. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here from about 15 metres out, near directly in front.
Yeah, it was Gunnister backing back with the flight there. He just took his eyes off the footy, and as soon as you do that, you know you're in trouble. Made a little bit of contact with Quinlan, who knew he was coming, and free kick every day of the week.
So Quinlan, a chance to become North Ballarat's second goal scorer of the afternoon. Well, they do have 4. All of them are to Jamie Quick. So Quinlan makes no mistake, the youngster. He's had a good patch in this third term. And North Ballarat narrowed the margin to just 3 points here. 5-10-40. They trail Redan 7-1-43. Near 28 minutes gone, third term.
And it's a weird thing, football. I mean, it's more of a psychological game sometimes than we realise. I mean, now getting someone else on the score sheet in Quinlan might just sort of free up, I guess, the mentality of the Roosters. And all of a sudden, they just feel like they've arrived in this final a little bit. And they're not just waiting on, I guess, that one guy, that one bit of magic to get them across the line. They're also to kind of, I guess, come with the team along with the ride, per se.
At the restart, on the back of that Quinlan goal, the margin is narrowed to 3 points. So it'll be McCullum, who's trying hard in the ruck today against Dunstan. Callum on that tap. Hamlet's hit for Polking on. It does. Rides the tackle. Fired the hand pass out in the probably Lynch direction. He was bailed up and taken to the ground. The umpire will ball it up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground for North Ballarat here, who trail by 3 points.
McCallum again decisively down. Fisted back though where it came from by Kelson. Only as far as McCartan. To send North inside 50 again. Quick at full stretch. Couldn't mark on this occasion. Ball hits the turf. Who's first to react? Quick again involved. Handball over the top. Finds a teammate later. Off the riding. And North Ballarat hit the lead. Just like that. 2.5 minutes. And North moved to 6-10-46. Redan at 7-1-43.
Couple of the big dogs getting involved when it mattered most there. Sammy and Riding, who we spoke about at the half, getting on the end of a much important and much needed goal in the context of this game. And North Ballarat get the lead for the first time in a long time.
You're certainly right, Todd. And, with Jamie Quick, yes, he didn't take the mark, but he continued to compete. And that'll be the word that Brent McCartan will be preaching at three-quarter time. As we continue to compete inside forward 50, will continue to be a chance. And Jamie Quick at full stretch showed that. And now they have the lead, well deserved.
Ball up, tap one by McCullum. Grant, he's gone into the middle for an impact. It's immediate, but the kick was a high up and under. And allowed Troon to take the uncontested mark on halfback. So they don't need to be in a rush here now. North Ballarat, they'll come home with the breeze in the final term. The kick to out of centre wing was okay. So it's Riley Polkinghorn. Long kick inside 50. Quick the flyer. 2 to beat. Got it to ground though. Bromley Lynch across the body. McGuigan. He'll run into an open goal. And North Ballarat extend to a 9-point lead here. 7-10-52. They lead Redan 7-1-43. Here they come.
Yeah, bang, 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 if you will, with North Ballarat. 3 in a couple of minutes. Well played again, and it's just what North Ballarat have done all well season. They cheat at the front of the contest. They win the footy. It's what it's what some of the top sides do in the competition. McGuigan runs into an open goal. Fortune favours the brave, I guess. Whoever, if you're willing to leave your man, take the risk. Sometimes you get the luxury.
Well, Quick inadvertently involved in that goal assist because he's taking 2 men to fly with him, so leaving a +1 at ground level.
And doesn't play. He doesn't have the size of a key forward, but he just plays taller than he is, and his aura inside 50 is too much for Redan to cope with. As they're not done yet, here the Roosters. McCallum out of the middle. Trying to mark there was Kelson off the Grant. Right foot kick was partially smothered to short. Took the tackler on, not once but twice. Didn't have any prior opportunity, says the umpire, despite breaking through the first tackle. And we'll get a ball up slightly adjacent of centre wing in the centre of the ground.
McCullum's tap only went as far as Grant. He's had a good turn, McCullum. Grant to half forward. Clean bowled Atchison, who's spending some time in the front half now, but they'll negotiate out of trouble through Carey. North Ballarat to McCartan, who's been good. Ball ends up all heavy knock there. Good work there from Scally and Grant. Before Farnsworth sees it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Here comes the field. There's some heavy body contact there, albeit fair, but such was the nature and physicality of it. Both players just went on with it for a bit longer than they needed to.
Back underway here, McCallum uses his size and wins a dead McGee. Oh, the balk was superb. Kick was smothered though. Gunnisser will take the tackle on and just rode slightly high. Free kick will go the way of Rory on the defensive side of centre wing. And Redan, shell-shocked. 3 goals in as many minutes from North Ballarat have given them the lead as we approach three-quarter time. Gunnisser goes just the required 15. Well, he was trying to go the required 15 and short missed him. And now Polkinghorn coming through was collected high and a bit more push and shove probably to continue as Riley Polkinghorn can drive North Ballarat into attack in the dying moments of the third term.
Polkinghorn with ball in hand. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. Redan got numbers here. Ground level ball though, turnover, fell into the hands of McGuigan, squaring kick, meant for Loader, gathered, got it to McCartan, pinged by Madden, somehow got rid of it. Bromley Lynch gathered, kick across the body to a vacant goal square on North Ballarat's behalf. There was Wirtz there to do the backstopping, but the ball bounced on its point over the line for a boundary throw-in after hitting the behind post.
Yeah, great result though to get it out of bounds rather than a point in this stage. Opportunity for North to snag another one late here. Been all over him for the last 5 minutes here. Banged home some goals. Not done with yet. Dunstan tried to take it out of the air. Dropped it. Now locked up. Bought the result. 35 out inside defensive 50. 33 and a half minutes played in this third term. Look for the likes of Quick and Riding again to get it on the move for North Ballarat. Riding on cue. Got one over the shoulder. Umpire slipped over. I think he missed it. And a ball up with the result. Short, I reckon, definitely rode him high there, Todd.
Yeah, you certainly didn't miss it, Sammy. It was a good spot because I did see the umpire go to ground as Riding was tackled high. So the ball up. Tap one by Loader. Grand ball opportunity. And play ended by the three-quarter time siren that reached North Ballarat 7 goals 10-52, who lead Redan 7-1-43.
Yeah, for North Ballarat, the goal kickers are as followed. 4 for Jamie Quigg and singles to McGigan, Cramry and Quinlan. Oh, sorry, and Riding, not Cramry. My apologies. Wrong number there. And then for Redan, we've got 2 to Bell, singles to Gunnisser, McLean, Matthews, Barnes and Murphy. So they're the goal kickers this afternoon. And North Ballarat side just getting some bang for their buck. They've dominated the territorial battle in that term, and more or less in 3 minutes got as many goals to take what I think is a well-deserving 9-point lead into the final break.
Yeah, they got on top in that second half of that third term. I liked the work of Palmer before he went off with some cramp, but Quinlan assumed the youthful duties there and got it done. He was important with a goal and a couple of forward 50 entries, and I like the work of their top end starting to have an impact. McCullum starting to have his own way in the ruck and take it upon himself to get his own clearance. Riley Polkinghorn got plenty of it in that term, and Simon McCartan too has been an accumulator for the best part of the afternoon.
Yeah, been a welcome return for the captain this afternoon. We'll take our final break this afternoon for the first elimination final here live at the Eastern Oval in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. It's North Ballarat by 9 points. Of course, the winner, a double chance. The loser, season over in 2023. Let's find out how it unfolds as we take our final break here live at the Eastern Oval.
Push buttons to park magically. The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
Welcome back for the final time this afternoon, live at the Eastern Oval for the first elimination final of the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League elimination final. It's the Roosters, 7 goals 10-52, leading Redan at 7-1-43. And Todd, I just feel like in this one, North Ballarat working their way into the front are too good to be caught from here. I just feel like their professionalism and particularly their ability to just continue to win the ball in the middle might be too much.
Yeah, well, Redan will need to kick an all-important first goal of this final term. There's a big difference between a 3-point deficit and a 15-point one.
As we love that siren here at the Eastern Oval to get the final term underway. One down by North Ballarat, Riding coming through at full velocity. McCallum and Grants fight for it. In the end, a ball up will be the only thing that wins out to restart this final term. I think the first goal here, as you were alluding to there, Todd, is crucial. And we'll get to see how it ends up with the first forward entry. We'll go the way of the Lions and the way of Bell. Kick towards half forward. Will bounce inside forward 50. Phillips, wrong sider, goes back. Opportunity for Boyer. Left foot kicks a wobbly one towards the full forward position. Cut off by Hobbs and North Ballarat work it out nicely to find Carey in front of the electronic scoreboard, which reads North Ballarat leading by 9 points.
Yeah, it was well caught in the gully by Carey as he played on. Penetrating right foot kick to outer centre wing. Players fly, ground ball, McCartan dribbling ball, fell into the hands of Polkinghorn, told to play on by the umpire. Left foot kick to the attacking 50, quick second grab at it, couldn't hang on to it. Ground ball, stacks on the mill, whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up, 60 metres away from the North Ballarat goal.
Just been the clear difference in the two sides forwards this afternoon, Jamie Quick. 4 goals for the afternoon, but plenty of hands in all the goals the North have scored as well. George dives in for a second time, and it's sandwiched between him and an opposition player. Ball up is the only result in between halfback and centre wing on the outside for Redan, trailing by 9 points, 90 seconds into the final term of the first elimination final of the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Trying to take over the air there was North Ballarat, and Polkinghorn stripped of it by Grant, but over the shoulder, says the umpire. Free kicked away of Rolling Polkinghorn. An opportunity as off the field, riding went to ground. Umpire sorted the corner of his eyes. It's going to result in a 50-metre penalty. Will bring Polkinghorn into goal scoring range. And a bit of undisciplined play from the Lions to start the final term could become very costly.
Yeah, well, that 50-metre penalty, North Ballarat wanted the US dollar. They copped an Aussie dollar here. It should have got him right up to the top of the goal square, but nonetheless, just an extra few metres to negotiate here for Polkinghorn to kick his first of the afternoon. He's been very good in the second half. Kicks on its way, makes no mistake. Margin out to 15, and North Ballarat get their 8th of the afternoon. They're 8-10-58. They lead Redan 7-1-43.
That's currently 5 goals unanswered by North Ballarat here, and just off the footy, to have that happen, Gary Lemons, well, he'd be tearing his hair out if there was any left, because that's just, that's pretty poor from some of their leaders to do that kind of stuff. I mean, when your season's on the line, you've given away a cheap free kick per se, like Grant did, and then for the remonstration to result in a 50 could be quite costly, as you said, Todd. A game high 15-point margin for North Ballarat here as the early starts of the final term.
Yep, and some reward for Polkinghorn's work rate in the second half, especially. McCallum's tap meant for McCartan, couldn't gather. Riding's infringed here. He's given away a free kick against Hoy. It'll be George, in fact. He'll end up with ball in hand. He'll waste no time penetrating. Kick deep into attack. Players set themselves. Loverson got the spoil. Guess who? Polkinghorn got on the end of it. Fired the hand pass out to Carey. Penetrating kick to out of centre wing. Meant for Quick. Had front spot on Wirtz, but Wirtz got a fist on it. Found the safety, the boundary line. Out of centre wing. North Ballarat lead by 15 points.
They're going to look to their inspirational captain, Lockie George, to continue to drive Redan into attack. Got to score quickly. Of course, to close this game out to be any chance. Quick hand pass got the way of Short towards half forward with the left foot kick. Hobbs has the safety of the boundary line, didn't get it out, and Grant obliged to tap it towards McLean, and inside 50 looking for Phillips over the top. And he's paid the mark. He'll have an opportunity to break a run of 5 goals in a row from North Ballarat, lining up for his second of the afternoon. No, it's not. It was the other Declan, as in Murphy, kicked the goal. Always get the two confused, the two Declans.
D1 and D2?
Yeah, D1. Well, I'll call this one D1, as he'll line up on a 45-degree angle, left footer from about 35 metres out at the 4.5-minute mark of the final term. One thing Redan have done well all afternoon is made the most of the opportunity. 7-1 on the score sheet remonstrates that, as he'll come in with a casual left foot kick that's long and straight enough. Redan's 8 of the afternoon, and they stay within the hunt, moving to 8-1-49. North Ballarat 8-10-58. Game on here once again, Toddy. A grandstand finish that we're after for one of these side seasons.
No commentator's curse from you there, Sammy. Phillips had every reason to miss that after that build-up.
And, I got his last name wrong, his goals wrong. The whole thing was pretty poor on my end, I must admit. Sorry, Declan. Sorry, Redan. Goal, that's all that matters.
So D with 1. Or is that D1 with 1?
Back to the drawing board, Toddy. I've got to keep my big mouth shut from here.
9-point lead. Goal apiece in his final turn. Lockie George out of the middle. He's the man you spoke of to impact for Redan. He goes forward. Boy went the defensive spoil. Loverson at ground level, bailed up by Phillips, the previous goal scorer. Hung onto it for long enough before the whistle was sounded by the umpire, and he'll effect a ball up 15 metres away from the Redan goal.
There used to be a saying growing up here in Ballarat, Todd, that you used to tip against Redan at your own peril. I might tip against Lockie George at your own peril at the minute. He's just starting to lift here. That's the big option in the rack. Try to get boots the ball. Outside the foot there, kicked by Redan, was partially smothered. Here's Barnes spinning out the tackle. Couldn't quite break three. Onto his natural side too. Just needed to fling his leg at it. And maybe could have got between the big sticks. But locked up, about 5 metres out from goal. George and McCallum can't just knock it through. Could Redan from the could North Ballarat from the throw up, and still can't, as we're about now a metre or two closer to the goal face. So gonna have to be careful here at fullback. Will the Roosters, as we go back off and going again, trying to desperately get it through there is North Ballarat. Bromley Lynch on top of the pack. You could probably throw about 6 or 7 on that footy there, Todd. It's almost like a rugby scrum over the footy deep inside forward 50. And he does knock it through on the full. And from what I'm led to believe, you're not allowed to do that anymore, Todd. According in all the rule books I've read in the off-season.
Yeah, next time the ball went out of bounds, I was going to ask you to elaborate. I wasn't too sure of the rule myself. And the central umpire, well, he obviously hasn't got your memo, Sammy, because he's paid the rush behind.
Well, I've seen in the AFL result in free kicks to the opposition, so a bit strange. Anyway, not paid here in the BNFL. Back underway at half forward for Redan. Carlson locked up. And in the end, the ball up is the result. Lamb doing the tackling on that occasion. The Lions starting to build themselves back into the contest. This is their chance. This is their shot, if you will. McCallum knocks it down. Grant couldn't get a clean handle on it. Bromley Lynch done a great job on him this afternoon, it has to be said. In a different role, I've seen him across half forward throughout the home and away season 2023. Got the engine to match Isaac Grant when he's gone into the midfield, and that tag, if you will, that's still a term that we use at local footy level, Todd, has worked if you're a Roosters fan.
Indeed. Boundary throw in, right in front of us here. McCallum and Dunstan. McCallum got front position. Tap meant for Polkinghorn. Stolen briefly by Short before he was bailed up by Polkinghorn. There'll be a reset. McCallum won that tap. Searching for Bromley Lynch. Bailed up there was Grant by the one arm. Denied a handball exit. And there'll be a repeat stoppage.
It's a cracking tackle by Bromley Lynch. Got him with a vice grip to bring him down.
Under the shadows. McCallum. Kick went along the ground. Somehow fell into the hands of Bromley Lynch. Kick to an open forward line. Foot race on in earnest. Quick ran ran under the ball, but somehow it favoured the angle and a kick across the body of the left boot. How's the journey? Because the accuracy's on point. Quick's got 5 at Eastern Oval.
He's a superstar, Toddy. I mean, to run at full tilt on his non-preferred side and draw it back from 35, that's a lot harder than he made it look. And yeah, goal of the day contender, and maybe even potentially a low-scoring affair, the match winner here with his 5th goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, Jamie Quick. Hashtag match winner. Got it in one, Sammy. 5 of North Ballarat's 9 goals. And very much the reason why the momentum with North Ballarat here. They lead by 14 points. Whilst Redan seemingly not out of it. North Ballarat have kicked 6 of the last 7 goals.
Back on the way here. One down there by McCallum again. Lamb coming off the square. We'll send with a left foot kick inside 50. Tough half volley to deal with by Madden, but he does clear his defensive 50 out towards the outer side. Foot race on, and Ernest will favour the racehorse, and Fitzgibbons picked up cleanly. Sends it inside 50. Out the back of the ball slips. Maybe the instant response chance here for Bell. Can't get it. His handle on it and seen through for a minor score. 8-3-51 to 9-10-64. You just felt all the momentum that Redan were building was, to pardon the pun, quickly taken away.
Indeed, North Ballarat seemingly holding the Aces at the moment with a 13-point lead near 10 minutes into this final term, and the breeze at their back. They waltz away out of defence to half-back McCartan. Just pushed Giampaolo under the footy legally, said the umpire. McCartan with a contested mark will go along the line. Could have fed Lamb by hand, but went in the Quick direction. Who wouldn't? And Quick happy to see it. He and Wirtz with a fist on the footy found the safety of the boundary line, and a reset of sorts on half forward broadcast side for North Ballarat.
Well, actually, for North Ballarat, is they can have the likes of McCallum go just drop behind the footy here. So quick exit kick will go straight down the big fella's throat in theory. So Redan will probably have to try to open up the contest if they can get the clearance from here just to avoid the big fella. Polkinghorn, the target man from Cranberry's knocked down, and he's locked up immediately there by Redan on the half back flank for them. Trailed by 13 points. There's no second this afternoon. Loser goes home, of course. The winner, remarkably, gets a double chance. Polkinghorn's kick, smothered, gets a second crack at it. He kick-started the term with a goal for North Ballarat. Another ball up is the result. It was quickly answered by Phillips, and then finally Quick's 5th, left foot around the body only moments ago, has given the Roosters a 13-point lead. Madden with the clearance, goes corridor bound, bouncing ball. Nash had to sit and wait. Sparkman will get involved. Hand pass will get the 1-2 in the end as Josh Sparkman. Kicks a bit dodgy at wide towards Carey. Able to sit up for him. Twist left, twist right. In the end, just dumps it a high footy down the line. A tough one to mark for Loader. Couldn't quite hang on. Lamb dumps it towards half forward. Grant from the side. Crashed the back. Ball hits the turf. Umpire's blown his whistle. Free kick to the way of Redan. Maybe hands in the back to the man in front. And a free kick will go the way of the Lions. As they're looking to go quickly on the outer side, it's going to come back.
Blood rule.
Yeah, the blood rule to Jamie Quick.
Yeah, he bleeds.
I thought he played goal. 30, what was it, 38 the home and away season going into this? And
39.
And 5 goals this afternoon. Absolute superstar of this competition. You can see why he's got a VFL contract at the Geelong Cats, of course, as well. As he's taking his time to get off the field, it has to be said. A long restart, but the Lions off half-back will be able to rebound.
So Giampolo with ball in hand will concede ground, but the kick's okay. Kick meant for short on half-back. He's got it. Fed the hand pass to Matthews, who had to stop, prop, turn around. The rifle kick was good. Found Farnsworth. Marked and then pushed to the ground there by Troon to stall Farnsworth's momentum. Kick deep forward. Players set themselves. Ground ball. North Ballarat got numbers through McCallum. The man behind the ball, as you spoke of earlier, Sam. Lamb under the pump. Forced to go by hand. Chance here. The Barnes with the left foot. Bouncing ball off to the right through for a minor score.
Just what Redan are missing this afternoon was that high ball entry was towards McLean. And just it's shown glimpses, but hasn't been able to clunk that real big contested mark about in those dangerous 25-metre out spots. Whereas Jamie Quick at the other end, of course, has done that on numerous occasions this afternoon. McCallum will bring the ball out of defensive 50, although he decides to go laterally at the last moment. Wasn't required 15 to Hobbs, so he was forced to play on. High ball, Bromwell Lynch sets himself, flies, marks strongly. Nice grab by the vice-captain on the half-back line. A steadier for North Ballarat. Long ball towards true centre wing. We give Loader a chance for the high fly from him. Words! Free kick in front, won't be paid the mark. My word, though, some hops from Words took an absolute hanger on centre wing, but it won't count for anything, as Cramry now has it laterally from Quinlan on the lateral ball inside.
Yep, had the 3D glasses on there. You would have had me jumping out of the way as Cramry with the old-fashioned barrel territory gain inside 50. Quick still off the ground, so Wirtz nearly took mark of the year. His clearing kick's been cut off there by Troon. 45 metres out from goal. Just chips it over the top. Meant for Quinlan. Let go in the end. Might be Lamb with ball in hand. He'll go back and have a shot on goal. 35 metres out. And chance to kick his first of the afternoon. Just has the one behind to his name. The chance to extend on North Ballarat's 12-point advantage 14 and a half minutes into this final term.
Scoreboard would suggest the game's not done, but I feel like if Lamb pops this through, it might be. Kick is on its way. Goal umpire just tilts his head back because he liked it off the boot. And Lamb successfully gets it between the big sticks. It's 9-10-64 if I can get my words out there, Toddy. He's North Ballarat leading the way here.
Yes, they look on their way to a second semi-final meeting with Darley next week. The venue still to be confirmed, I'm told. North Ballarat 10-10-70, so they've fought back from that scoreline that read 3-9 at one stage. They've kicked 7-1 since. They've maxed out impact on the scoreboard to arrest a deficit for the most part of the afternoon to an 18-point gain here at the 15.5-minute mark of this final term.
Bulking on with the clearance inside 50. Loader at full stretch, couldn't take the mark. Redan will clear. Defence with a high ball towards the middle of the ground. Trying to take the mark there was Collins. Picked his pocket, if you will, and dumps it towards full forward. Looking for Bell. Fist over top there by Hobbs. Sees it out of play. We'll get a ball in the left forward pocket for Redan. 8-4-52. Charles 10-10-70 here after 16 minutes of football in the final term.
So Redan will be looking for a rare stoppage goal here. They trailed by 18 points. 16 minutes into this final term. So they're into attack here. Last roll of the dice for the Lions. Boundary throw in. McCullum and George. McCullum, no surprise, won the tap, went boundary side. Troon can gather. Might have caught one high. Umpire agreed. North Ballarat will be let off the hook momentarily out of their defensive 50.
It's not really in North Ballarat's DNA, but it's now sort of time to start playing a bit of safety first with the football. Long and high down the line. Got the lead to protect. High ball goes towards centre wing. Atchison, with an 8 intercept mark, takes a lovely grab on true centre wing. Wants to go laterally inboard to find Madden. He'll go off one step and thump it inside 50. Looking for Bell. Hobbs worked his way to the front and used all his experience, strength to take a wonderful grab inside defensive 50. Well played by the veteran as he looked to go for the long ball back to where it came from. Quick works his way to the front, recovered from his blood rule. Over the top there was Atchison again, almost with the mark. Kick was partially smothered in the end. It goes out of play. Just the attacking side of centre wing for the Lions, or defensive side of centre wing for the Roosters, if you will. 7.5 minutes played, final term action. It's North Ballarat by 18 points.
Marks inside 50 for Redan have been scarce for the most part. Just haven't had a target. Boundary throw in. Ground ball, just volleyed out of the air by McCullum. Terrific kick. On his not preferred, mind you. Went about 40 metres. Cut off there by Wirtz, who hasn't got time to waste. He went short, found Madden. Hands were quick to Grant. Sold the candy to the runner. Kick smothered in the end. Oh, George got a favourable bounce. He went by hand. Left foot kick there from Hoy out in the Matthews direction. Hamilton set. Clever hands there from Bell. Got it to Gunser. On his preferred. Shot on goal. Across the face and through for a minor score.
Yeah, top to square. There was McLean's scream for kick it to me. Gunnister, I guess, backed his own foot skills there on the run to pop between the big sticks and has missed. A handy point, though, if you will, for the Lions. 3 straight goals for here to finish would get them the lead. As North Ballarat will go high through Sparkman to the broadcast side. Loveson unable to mark. Off the deck went Hobbs, gained some territory. Giampolo first to react. Good tackle by Riding coming in, had good support by the youngster Palmer. The gang tackle brings the veteran to the turf. Ball up, 18 and a half, almost 19 minutes gone in this final quarter. It's 17 points the way of the Roosters.
McCullum won that tap. As far as Lamb, who ushered the ball to half forward. Palmer couldn't gather. Bromley Lynch could. But he was bailed up there by Madden. Tackle taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. And he'll ball it up. Attacking side of centre wing, broadcast side. For Redan this afternoon, who trailed by 17 points. Tap will grabbed out of the ruck there by McCullum. Kick smothered by Grant. Still a grand ball opportunity here for Lamb, who ushered it forward to Loader. Vision good in the end. Got it to McCartan. Kick around the body was okay. Quinlan playing in front. Squaring opportunity here. Troon will get on the end of this. And he'll mark uncontested. He had Quick in the pocket. Not happy with that Quick either. Just had to go a little bit quicker, Troon. But he'll go back and have a shot on goal.
I think if you weren't winning by 17 points and we were approaching time on, Troon probably would have passed that the Quick, but knows he can take his 30 now. If he's successful, will put the game beyond doubt, you would feel, into red time. Directly in front. Normally a beautiful field kick. Troon comes in directly in front, steers a high ball right to the line. It's going to go, and then remarkably stay in the field of play. Somehow Quick out of mid-air, trying to kick the miracle goal, and it goes through for a minor score. First blemish in a while for North Ballarat. 10-11-71 leads 8-5-53 as Redan go long and high towards the broadcast side. Phillips got good protection from short off the footy and is able to mark. He'll want to continue quickly down the line with a long thumping kick. Let's see this Redan transition that became famous for this season. Opportunity for Murphy with a long kick towards full forward. Looking for Bell. Couldn't hang on as they almost went end to end for the first time today. Troon in defence now, gets at the Polkinghorn over the top, not out of trouble yet. Riley to Ryan Polkinghorn, who's brought to the ground in tackle there by Gunnister. Ball up at the half forward line for Redan.
Yeah, Bell, an example of a missed opportunity, a mark inside 50. Sun in the eyes, though, just looking at the players' reactions as they look forward to this ball up. Grant at ground level, bailed up, and there'll be a ball up on half forward for Redan, broadcast side. They've been outscored in this second half. North Ballarat have kicked 7-5 to Redan's 3-4. The restart, half forward. Opportunity here for Riding, who just shoveled the ball forward. Meant for Sparkman going the soccer. There was Phillips, and presenting in front was Murphy. So D1 and D2 combining. They play on. Hand pass to George. Needing the captain's goal. Ran out of space. Back towards Phillips. Kick to the top of the goal square. Did anyone get a hand on it? Well, it was an unfavourable bounce for Redan. Bounce back towards Hobbs, who couldn't gather in the end, but weight of numbers will prevail, and Nash will fumble it over the line and through for a rush point. And Redan are now 8-6-54, who trail North Ballarat 10-11-71.
Gee, I'm really surprised Murphy palmed that one off to George. I mean, if he was in acres of space, fair enough, but I think he had to just get up quickly and have the shot himself. But nevertheless, North Ballarat had the ball in hand. That's what they want inside D50. Short ball in the pocket from Nash will find Troon. We'll do the professional thing again and look to pound a long one down the line. Lions, 5 blemishes in this final term. Tells an interesting story. Mark wasn't taken quick. On the move. Reaction was superb. Left foot kick towards the only one-on-one contest ahead of the footy. Loaded unable to mark. Giampolo flicked at the hand pass towards Farnsworth. Tucked to the under the arm, went for a run. Kick wasn't perfect. Made look better there by Madden. Gathered well. Kick was smothered though in return. Great defensive play by North Ballarat as the high ball will go towards half forward. Quinlan's at the back. Crammy tucks it at the arm. Can pass it off to Will Quinlan. He should mark at the tippy top of the goal square. Running, kicky second, and book North Ballarat's place in next week's first semi-final.
Caught it well, Sammy. Good finish there from the youngsters. So youth and experience combining to finish off that body of work. And just reward for an outnumber at the contest for North Ballarat the longer this game's gone. And they kicked their 8th of the second half. They've kicked 8-5 to Redan's 3-5. So it's been a real turnaround in efficiency in North Ballarat's front half.
You're right, Toddy. And you know, Redan have had their small chances to try to get some momentum back in the contest. You go back to being 2-goal margin and Barnes just couldn't get boots of ball. You go to Bell dropping a mark inside forward 50. So unfortunately for the Lions, their season will come to an end, you would feel, as Lamb dumps it inside 50. Mark is taken by Madden. They'll continue to try and go, and Hoy with the sweeping ball. Atchison, slight fumble, can hold his head high. Has been one of the Lions' best. Towards Grant. Tries to square and kick. It's a beauty. Finds Matthews. He'll go over the top towards Short. Sits up on his preferred left side. Inside 50, looking for Bell. Hobbs. Big fist again. Another one-on-one win for the veteran. And over the top, Troon will find McGigan. High kick towards the half-forward line. Opportunity for Loader. Crashed the pack. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Hoy waiting down. Underground hand pass towards Farnsworth. Busting through. He got it away just in time towards Hoy, who's just trying to extract it out to keep the ball moving, but can't do so. Ball up as the result in between half forward and centre wing on the broadcast side.
Tired bodies in time on of this final term here at Eastern Oval. After Redan led by 7 points at half time, they now trailed by 23 on the back of an 8-goal to 3 second half to North Ballarat. Hurried kick out of the congestion. Bromley Lynch the fly. Couldn't take the mark. Kelson at ground level for Redan. See, look at the outnumber. 2-on-1. And just one waiting on the outside. Palmer, who'll come off for a spell. The ball up in North Ballarat's front half. About 70 metres out from their goal. McCullum grabbed it out of the ruck. Just shoveled it out to Bromley Lynch. It's been good. Tumbling kick forward. Cut off there by Madden. So the switch is on. They've just got to run now, Redan. And the short kick found Giampaolo. Played on with the right foot. Kick out wide Atchison with courage again. He's taken another one of those run with the flight marks, and he'll play on off half back and find Short. He'll want to get onto that preferred left. And with a squaring kick wide, found Farnsworth. A fellow left footer can run and take a bounce. Chip it over the top. The vision was good. Collins presented. Right foot kick into the hot spot. Well done. Matthews takes the mark, plays on, gave it to Grant. Shot on goal. And the competition's leading goal scorer gets his first of the afternoon. And it took the best part of 3 quarters and 26 minutes to get it done. Redan 9-6-60, trail North Ballarat 11-11-77.
Yeah, well called that whole passage play, Todd. The transition from Redan was what we were calling for them to try to get back into the contest, but looks like they've left their run a little bit too late. Isaac Grant, as you said, gets on the score sheet for the first time today, being quiet for his high standards, it has to be said. I mean, and full credit to TBL, Tom Brumley Lynch's. He's known on his birth certificate. He's done a great job this afternoon in nullifying Grant's influence in the midfield and up forward.
McCullum, again, been good. So too this man, Riley Polkinghorn, hurries the kick to half forward. Farnsworth hasn't given up the ghost yet. How will it sit for the youngster? Well, it didn't to the end. Pursued by McGuigan. The ball finds its way over the line for a boundary throw-in on half forward broadcast side for North Ballarat. Near 27 minutes gone. It's North Ballarat who lead Redan by 17 points. In a most entertaining second half, really. Totally usurped that opening half that we witnessed. So North Ballarat are going to go into their meeting with Darley, brimming with confidence, given the likes of Glover and Brock Lennon still to come back into the side.
Yeah, two very big, handy inclusions for North Ballarat next week. Polkinghorn's wrapped up by a couple of Redan players. And it's easy to be said when it's been a game that's been stop-start, a lot of stoppages, but Cam McCallum today has been, I think, the real turning point in the game. His ruck work and just ability to just continue to rush the ball forward, and then the follow-up tackles like that has shown his intensity. Umpire said, was a little bit high, but the intensity was good. As Short will go long and high towards half forward and towards McLean. Takes the mark in front of Scally. An opportunity to drive the Lions into attack at the 27.5-minute mark of the final term. Decides to go short to Ashenson. Goes long into the pocket. Looking there for a big fly from Murphy, who was unable to take the mark. And not much time left. They sort of just needed that to go perfectly, Todd, and the mark had to be held by Murphy, who could quickly go back and shoot on goal, but not the case to be.
What happened to the old kick to the top of the square? Wide into the pocket, trailing by 17 minutes to go.
Couldn't agree with you more, Todd. A bit of a strange option for Ashton was the ball carrier, as neither ruckman who was nominated could touch it. McGigan clears with a kick with a dribbling pass. Cramery puts that frame in front, and in the end, they got out the back all the way to Quick. Tucks on the arm, takes one bounce. Has a vacant forward 50 to aim at. Takes a second bounce, says, I'll just keep on going. Handballs it straight towards the boundary line. I think, the umpire's going to say we'll throw it in. Did he deliberately or knock that?
You just about get reported for that at AFL level.
It was... he was had nothing to go to. Handballs to himself. I'm not quite sure what the umpire could see otherwise than insufficient attempt, but what do you know?
2 weeks down to a week. Guilty.
Anyway, a strange way to finish the afternoon time.
Boundary throw it. He's done everything right quick. Dunstan won the tap. And he went as far as Polkinghorn, who was bailed up by Barnes on half forward. So... full honours with North Ballarat in this final term. Been very good in the second half. Well organised for the most part. They hung in there. There's a clearance for Briding on his non-preferred. Close up against the boundary line. Ricochets off McGuigan over the line for a boundary throw-in. 65 metres around from the North Ballarat goal. Despite
probably what's the incoming loss here, Todd, for Redan, you have to say it's been a very successful year with Gary Limworth in charge. Back in the finals and really took it up to North for the majority of the afternoon here today. As we'll get back underway, Loverson doing the ruck with this time, wins it down. McGeegan spun 360, didn't get boots the ball. Umpires wave play on. Ball up will be the result.
So it'll be a third win for North Ballarat over Redan this year. So they've validated their home and away season form with a win in today's final at Eastern Oval. McGuigan could have copped one high through the head back. Umpire let it go. Bromley Lynch with courage. Took on the traffic and finished a little bit worse for wear. Umpire will square it away and ball it up 50 metres away from the North Ballarat goal. And the air well and truly out of this balloon, Sammy.
Dunstan tries a big fist, gains territory in towards the corridor. Jenkins leads the race, gets there first. The veteran will get the right foot kick inside, forward 50. Farnsworth, first react, off there towards George. Goes long and high towards centre forward. Polkinghorn getting back. Knock on to the advantage there of Carey, who can twist left and right and elects to go back to full back towards Hobbs. The veteran has it deep in his defence. We're going to take his time, methodically look to work it. As I'll let you keep an eye on that one behind the footy, Todd, as Hobbs will go long and high towards the outer side. Big fly from Lamb at the front of the pack as the ball's gone out of play. In between half one centre wing and Todd just...
It's a knee, Sam. It looks like a knee injury to a North Ballarat player. Stretcher required. So we'll do the maths. Let's go through and see who's there. Can you see Cramery anywhere? I'm looking for Cramery, and I can't see him for North Ballarat's sake. You'll be hoping that it's not the big fella on the deck. This will just about steal the headlines of the game, but I don't want to speak too soon because there's 3 or 4 trainers around the North Ballarat player on the ground, and they're just hunched over like it is a knee. But I'm only guessing, going on what I can see through the binoculars. But I can't see Cramery anywhere in that bunch of the 18 that are on the ground, or the remaining 17 for that matter. And that'd be cruel. You've heard of the saying, park the Ferraris, with a couple of minutes to go. I was actually thinking before why Quick was still on the ground, given the game is seemingly over. So I'll get the binoculars back on.
Yeah, it's cruel though, Toddy, isn't it? I mean, with what we're only saying less than a minute to go, to have the stretcher come out for anyone, and it is Stu Cramery obviously as well. Hard to, such an important player to the Roosters, and yeah, like signs don't look good early. I mean, we're no doctors up here, but
I don't think it's Cramery actually, but it's tough. This guy's got hair, so it's not Cramery. So, I mean, they're all around him. Oh, it's a tough call, but Cramery be North Ballarat. Well, they don't want it to be anybody. They'll be pretty happy it's not the former Bulldog and Essendon AFL representative.
yeah, and for what's been a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful weekend of finals football across here in Bacchus Marsh, Toddy, to have an incident like this just leaves a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth, unfortunately.
So McCallum's off the ground. Palmer's off, so too Troon. So, process of elimination here. I actually can't see Cramery. He might have even gone for a shower. So they may well have parked the Ferrari, so to speak, or the Lexus, the 4-wheel drive.
Whatever fancy car you can think of, Toddy.
Or just one of those big Rams. There you go. But
Keep an eye out, see if we can spot. But back with the action, I'll try and call us home here with the ball in between half forward and centre wing. Knocked down there by the Lions. Barnes doing the tackling to lock things up. Ball up is the only result. Off and running again. Dunstan wins this one down. Stolen there by Polkinghorn. High kick will go towards the attacking side centre wing. Quinlan over to gather. Giampolo does. Handballed more to himself than anything. McGigan picks this one up. Well, tried to pick this one up, went between his legs. Had a second crack. Opportunity with the right foot kick to go inside forward 50.
Thank you.
As the ball's gone out of play. Well, no, kept alive in the end there by Farnsworth. Did well to run back to his natural side. His clearing kicks only go as far of Loverson, who'll be able to drive North Ballarat into attack. And we have confirmation of who was the player stretched it off in a moment, as he will go long inside 50, looking for McGigan, unable to mark. Atchison clears D50. Mark's taken there by Grant. Defensive side of centre wing. Todd?
Clay Jenkins, the man taken from the field for North Ballarat, looked in a world of hurt. Looks like a knee.
Season over for the two-time premiership player, the veteran from North Ballarat, as the high ball goes into the centre of Eastern Oval. Opportunity here for Sparkman. High ball towards half forward. Farnsworth though top couldn't take the mark. Ball still in dispute. Hoy slaps it towards Dunstan. Steps around the would-be tackler. Swings it wide to Matthews. Hot footy off there towards Kelson. Tucks it under the arm. Stiff arm was superb. Goes back towards traffic. Loader with the tackle. Couldn't quite gather him. Carey picks it up a half-back. We've, of course, played 36 minutes now in this final term with his lateral ball finding Polkinghorn.
Been reliable today, Carey. Been a handy acquisition on that outer side all afternoon. So Ryan Polkinghorn Tick over 36 minutes gone on this final term. North Ballarat lead by 17 points. The win will be soured by the loss of Jenkins. Was suspected knee injury. So riding with a ground ball, follow up and drills the kick forward. Can quick impact again. He can't on this occasion. So Wirtz takes the final mark for Redan for their season as it comes to an end in week 1 of the finals. To the most entertaining game of football, especially in the second half, but it was North Ballarat who got it done. 11-11 to 77 have defeated Redan 9-6-60.
And for the goals for North Ballarat, it was 5 to Jamie Quick inside forward 50. McGigan, Rading, Polkinghorn, and Lamb with singles. Quinlan also was impressive, I thought, with a couple of goals in important moments for North Ballarat. Whilst for the Lions, a couple of Grant Bell and singles across the board to Gunnisser, Grant, McLean, Matthews, Barnes, Phillips, and Murphy. D1 and D2 for all those playing at home. But, of course, the game's soured by, I guess, the finish at the end there. Clay Jenkins, 2-time premiership player, the veteran. Looks like he's done some form of knee injury, stretched off the field. And it's sad, as I said, I sort of let it in the call earlier. Sort of leaves a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth and what's been a ripping finals weekend in Ballarat.
Yep, indeed. So onwards and upwards for North Ballarat. A Double Chance presents. And, of course, we spoke of Sam Glover and Brock Leonard still to come back into the side. So, well, they won't have to think about much time at selection because Jenkins is an automatic omission with that injury. But it was the Jamie Quick show, really, that got it done, and he was the difference between the two sides with his 5 goals, 3. He was the key forward of the day. He was the one that Redan didn't have, and validating the separation on the scoreboard. A 17-point win to North Ballarat. Yeah,
and the inclusion of Glover's going to be massive for North Ballarat's premiership aspirations. I mean, obviously it gives you a goal threat, but it just gives you so much more connection and stuff as well. If Quick's not having the day like he has today, it means you have that second option. I mean, ideally he's probably even your first option. That's how good of a player he is. So that's going to help the balance for Brendan McCartney inside forward 50. And Leonard, not to be understated as well. He's got such an important role on the inside, gives the ability for Jack Ryan to play as a purely outside sort of runner from the midfield. So he'll be an important inclusion, hopefully, for them next week against Darley, which will be slated on Saturday afternoon in the first semi-final. And, of course, in the second semi-final on the Sunday, it's Melton taking on East Point in a rematch from the 2018 Grand Final.
Yeah, on the Glover return, after games with Collingwood, he's first up. He's often terrific out of the VFL program. Later in the season, he took a trip overseas, so it just took him a couple of weeks to find his feet. He was fairly quiet against Darley in a game that you saw, Sammy, but a return to VFL would be timely. He's had 2 games there, and so he should be right and ready to go and pose a real threat for Darley next week.
And I think with the hot hand of Jamie Quick as well, there might be the temptation next week to play Sammy Glover across half-back. I mean, he's such a smooth mover. He gives you Scott Pendlebury vibes, the way he could just cut through traffic and has all this time in the world. So that could be, an interesting option potentially. I thought Loader did enough in the air to create some real damage for that, and Quick at ground level was also superb. So I think that could be something that Brent McCartney will be toying with next week, and a little bit of their left field thinking, I guess, for Brent McCartney at the selection table.
Well, let's not forget Ryan Hobbs, Jamie Quick and Jack Riding all missed their last visit to Darley Park. Of course, that 5-goal loss in the home and away season. So there's some big names to come back compared to that earlier meet.
Congratulations to North Ballarat. They've advanced through the 2023 finals campaign, and commiserations to Redan. Their season has come to an end here at the Eastern Oval. I'll give them a tick, Todd, for season 2023. I think the young players have emerged onto the scene, and I think we'll see them in finals campaigns for many years to come.
Yeah, birdie for Redan, to use a golfing vernacular. I was slightly better than par for me.
Thank you for joining me up in the box this afternoon. Todd Whelan and Sam Young bringing on the action live for the first elimination final here at the Eastern Ovals. North Ballarat victorious. Happy Father's Day to everyone listening this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the call, and well done to North Ballarat. Until next week, it's a bye for now.